lives, audio check, yep, all the levels
crap,
looking good.
I forgot to get an owlbear. Okay, I need to do that in a second.
Check studio. Studio, hello.
Oh crap, I forgot to get an owlbear.
Yeah, we're good. And...
Alright.
one last sift through open programs. Alright, I'm good. Let's get it. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, bang.
When last we left off, Maxson had just left the hab to go retrieve Alix from whatever shenanigans he was up to. And what was it after that? We came back to the hab, and I can't remember exactly what was, because we had talked about upgrading that weapon, Kyle. I remember. That's the last thing I remember. Was there anything else that anybody wanted to do specifically that day, or do we want to transition into the next day? Because it was coming up the evening, so if there's anything small you guys wanted to do specifically before we had the next encounter roll and everything.
Same as before for me.
Stone
just
is
working,
busy
but I'm
recuperating his tail. He's kind
Yes.
of off balance.
Yeah, from his
Sleeping off
medical
nerve
procedure,
shock.
yes.
From his self-malpractice.
I went to the doctor's
To be
for
fair-
surgery on myself. Yeah, that's what happened.
The
Yeah, I went to the
tools were
doctor
provided
today.
by a
and chopped
doctor.
chopped my tail off. What? The doctor chopped your tail off? No, I chopped my tail off.
Okay, how about a self-surgery clinic? That's a good one.
Yeah, do-it-yourself surgery.
Do it yourself, DIY surgery clinic. Can never freaking go wrong.
His fucking token's
so-
still outside the office, so it hasn't been that long. He wasn't even in the infirmary. He was outside the fucking doctor's office.
Yeah, he stepped in. They were like, we need something to test. Do you want to go in here? And he went, no, I can do it in here. Chop.
Chop. His tail is just like twitching, and his legs are kind of stiff because his balance is off whack. It's like he lost his whiskers or something.
Yeah. But yeah, if there isn't anything specific, we'll just switch over to the next day, and I'll have everybody roll encounters and whatnot.
Oh, I forgot. I got a chance to use my new dice again. I can roll encounter. I hope I don't screw everyone over like Colton did me, so we'll be fine.
Yeah, but that was the D20. You're rolling a D100. Bigger chance of.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but
Just don't roll
still.
anything. Don't roll it under. You said okay.
That's
You
60
can't blame me
times.
forever for that. You asked somebody to roll for you. I rolled for you. Had I known that, I would not have rolled for you.
60
I
times
know,
chance of
but
failure.
I'm only
I'm
giving
gonna
you
say-
crap about it because you were giving Stone crap about it.
It is funny though. Yeah, it is. Okay. All right, that's fine.
Alright, that's fine.
He said
You got me
touche.
there.
Touche.
Touche.
So yeah, if you want to
So
roll
good.
encounter, roll a D100, and whoever wants to roll weather, roll a D8.
We'll do weather this time.
Alright, cool.
You roll it.
The 100 is the one with like the zeros, right? The multi-zeros.
Yeah, it's basically the D10, but with like an extra 0 on it on all sides.
So you roll a d10 and a percentile die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's cool.
you roll both of them.
Alright, let me put my dice board down. My freaking desk is cluttered because I have dinner. Okay.
Yeah, nah.
Dinner. Homemade Chinese food, the best.
Did he just message about it?
That sounds fire.
It is
No,
absolutely
that's
fine. Okay.
Were they driving tonight? I think so.
Guys,
It's already starting.
What could you have rolled?
is
What
one
could you have
is
rolled?
is a
D8.
1-0 bad?
4 for the d8, by the way.
Okay, so what? The one that has double digits. What did you roll on that one?
1-0.
Okay, so that's 10. That's
I got 10 for
What's
sure.
the other one?
What's the other
Okay.
one?
I haven't
It's on
rolled the
your
other
D10.
one yet.
Roll
Roll the other one.
I have to roll a d10.
I don't know if it'll matter, but roll the
Where
other
did
one.
Where'd they go? There they are. There. The
It could be a
D10
20.
was- it
Or
could be
19, I
20.
mean.
Okay, the D10 is like the smaller D20.
We have a limit
right?
cap here, sir. He's already rolled the first one.
The
Oh my
D10
God.
is the exact same as the one you just rolled in shape. It just has
Yeah,
the single digits.
Or you can just
instead
roll the
of-
percentile again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Good. Let's do it. I got it. That, my friends, is a 0.
Okay, so that'd be straight 10.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm honestly not sure.
Yeah, I think it's just a 10.
Yep. All right, we're gonna roll with a 10. Hell yeah.
Okay.
So who rolled the weather?
We're like Colton screwed.
There was a 4.
No, you you put
You
us
said
in
D8,
it.
right?
We're in it. We're dead, right?
Yeah,
You
just a D8.
Okay, yeah, 4.
4?
I'm excited. I'm ready for this. I'm ready.
It
for this.
has. The storm has passed, but those of you that feel the weather notice that it's almost like some of the humidity from the jungle of Green Cove has followed you. It's very cloudy, warm, humid outside. And Maxson, you actually still have little showers of rain where you are in the waste, but where the hab is, it's just very humid and cloudy as the storm is passing over.
Okay, so would
Rainbow from Rare.
would that mean that where I am right now, it wouldn't be so hot? Because if there's rain, that would absorb some of the heat, right?
Mm-hmm. It's not as hot, but with the rain, there is going to be it is spreading radiation even more so than just being out in the wastes in general. But yeah, no, it is a lot cooler where you are, but wet.
Gotta go in like a turtle bed.
Interesting.
Speaking of which, will you roll a D100 for me, Maxson?
Okay.
Oh, awesome! He gets his own separate encounter roll.
I mean, I'm doing my own right now. I'm on my own.
I'm gonna do my own thing.
3.
Oh my god, a 3!
Today's
We're
not
fucking.
Fuck yes. As a
Oh my
GM, I'm
God.
excited. As a player,
Holy shit.
I'm packing my bag. We're done. We're fucking dead.
We're fucking dead.
We're freaking screwed.
If we get attacked,
Alright.
if we have to fight, we fight like men.
It's the beginning of the day. Can I roll a D4 to determine my personality? That'll
Wait,
determine
what if
my
we're a
actions
creature?
for the
Apparently.
Go
day.
for it.
That
Please.
natural 1 was for us.
Let me roll my
Yeah, I
D4.
For those that weren't here yet, I was just doing some test rolls, and I rolled a natural 1 on the beginning. And who was it that said, who made a joke about it being someone's downfall?
It was either, I think it might have been Kyle or Robert. I can't
I
remember.
asked if that was in relation to us or you, how the day was going to go.
Yeah, nah. Yeah,
Well,
and then
we
I
know
rolled
now.
and then I rolled a D20 and got a 13, which is, an unlucky number, so. Yeah, let me roll my D4. This will determine my personality for. Let me. Before I do that, you know what? Let's go a bit forward. We need to tell our DM something before we go on.
Okay.
See, the best part about giving yourself funny names in Owlbear is that you can contextually make them appropriate, and you can come up with new crap based on what has happened in the campaign, and I just love that.
Alright, I'm rolling my D4 now. Is that a. There's no way. Alright, that's a 1. I'm not even fucking kidding.
Okay. It's about to be a fun day
Let's
on Hab
freaking
2.
go.
It's about to be a fun day. Okay, so
I'm not gonna be first.
We're-
Let's start this
No.
day.
yeah, I am going to start with Maxson. He's going to start us off. So Maxson, you've been in the air traveling to where that site you saw where you assume it was Alix fighting whatever hordes it is, and now that the sun is coming up, you can see there's a lot of dead slagborn on the ground as you're flying closer and closer. And they don't seem to be moving now. As you move closer up and see more and more piles of them, you notice that there's a cave right in the trajectory of where your ship is saying Alix was last seen, tracked. And it seems to cut off there. You assume that's where he is. But is there anything you want to do as you kind of see this coming up? You still have I would say about a couple of hours before you have to touch down.
I'm just gonna go ahead and keep heading in that direction.
Okay. Is there anything you do while you're going there? Anything that happened? Anything that
I do want.
now that you're in your ship, do what?
That little line of dialogue I was telling you about.
And yeah, whenever you're ready. Go for
back,
it.
some backstory, guys. So Maxson's in the ship, and he's kind of just thinking to himself. He's a little more relaxed because the engine is giving him that white noise to help him relax, and the rain hitting the front of the front panel of the cockpit. And he's just thinking, and he's remembering back to the last time he actually got to see his friend Noah, as well as the conversation he had with another guy named Luke about how Maxson started to get a lot worried about Noah because he felt that Luke was not looking out for him the way that he should. So now does anyone find if I do just like a flashback cut to a different place?
I have no issue.
Yeah, go for it.
Ultimately up to the
Good
GM.
here.
Yeah, I was about to say, you have the floor right now.
So we cut to a place that's in a forest. There is grass everywhere, a very, very tall pink tree, and up in the sky is just a large purple sunset with a planet over the horizon. Lucas walks up over the hill, and Maxson walks up to him too. The only difference now is that Maxson is a lot more agitated. Lucas turns to Maxson and he goes, he needs to understand. If he doesn't, the fear is going to eat him alive. Maxson gets a lot more angry and he tells him, yeah, but he's not a weapon, like he's a kid. You talk to him like he can't even think for himself. Because he can't protect anyone if he's too scared to protect himself. Yeah, you're paranoid of everyone, Luke. You think anyone that's not you is below you. I'm just trying to look out for him. Who do you think came to his rescue when he almost got decapitated? And who did you put in charge of the archives? Now we have a mad witch using Vitrion tech to leap across the solar system whenever she wants. Lucas immediately flares up and he just stares Maxson dead in the eye and he says, I'm not going to lose anyone else. Maxson starts to he doesn't say anything, and he just starts walking away, telling him that the conversation's already done. But the last thing he does is he looks back to Lucas and he says, I feel bad for the kid, because I know for a fact he's too uninformed to realize that you are the last person he needs to be listening to. And then we're going to cut back to Ermos.
As you start to come to, you do see that not only is there an entrance to the cave as you come up to being just about over the top of it, there also seems to be a large cavern of radioactive slag just bubbling underneath. And you do see that there is a place for you to, there is a big enough spot for you to land pretty close to it.
We do like slag.
This area is heavily irradiated, so you will need to wear the suit that Hammer put in the ship for you to get out.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead
we will cut.
Get set up while we cut back in.
Yeah, so as you approach and begin to try and find a place to land, we will cut back to the ship. Or the hab. Who would like to begin the day on this beautiful, beautiful day that we have?
Stone is currently sleeping away the growth of his tail.
Where is he sleeping currently? You can place him anywhere you would like, or I can place him just.
He's kind of like a
Where would
cat,
he be
so
right
just
now?
place him anywhere. He's kind of like a cat. He just falls asleep, just kind of period.
Okay. I will place him.
It could even be somewhere funny, like on the control board.
Put him on a cabinet somewhere.
I'm actually gonna place him in the. I'm gonna place him in the comms room. He didn't make it too far after getting his tail chopped off. He went into the nearest door after leaving and began to just nurse his wounds, regain his center of balance.
It's like licking his tail.
Yeah, because he caught his tail, unlike most dogs.
And then,
There were two.
as he begins to kind of come to the center in the middle where messages are usually received, begins to kind of beep, pulsate, release light, a little chirp every few seconds.
That's
And after a
strange.
few moments, Hammer walks into the room, and as he walks up to the control thing here for the comms, he sees you, Stone. Just gives you a small nod. Morning.
Good morning.
And he just punches in a few commands on the module, and it just seemed to be a simple text message, just up on the screen. You can't read it from where you're standing right now because it's backwards. It's just kind of awkward to read, but if you want to take an action to kind of move around and read it, you could. He just seems to be kind of reading it to himself.
Makes sense. Well, for Stone's case, he's very not a social person, and he's very respectful of other people's like boundaries in that sense. So he probably wouldn't intrude to read whatever was being typed.
Okay, he's not typing anything. He's just reading a message that was sent to the hab.
He might have potentially overheard it, but he wouldn't be actively trying to.
Okay. Well, are you just gonna like get up and leave, or are you just?
He's just gonna chill, keep sitting there doing his thing, keeping an eye on
As you're
his
sitting
tail.
there, he reads it over and over. He seems to be reading the same message a few times, and he just he leans over and presses the side of his implant, and just begins to say something to Acolyte out loud. Just add to logs and monitors. Bunker B seems to have recorded something crashing into the water off the shore. Unsure of the origin, though things do crash from time to time.
I see.
Monitor for further information. And he just kind of stops and then walks back out. Is there anything you would like to do before we move on to someone else?
Stone will head to the cafeteria and get something to eat or something.
Cool. Okay. Go ahead and place him in the cafeteria then. What are Sorena and Raziel doing?
I am still eat, sleep, work.
Which process are you at when the sun kind of begins to come up?
When the sun comes up, I'm probably eating breakfast and working on the Vambrace shield.
Okay. Is it okay? Would you mind if I place you in the cafeteria then?
No, I don't mind. I actually need to change the music.
Okay.
Because this song has a sound effect to it that doesn't necessarily fit everybody's morning so far.
Raziel, what would you be doing? Would you be eating as well, or would you need to, would you just kind of be doing work?
I don't think we actually talked about whether or not my guy needs to eat or not, does he? Being
I mean,
a
if
technical
he's-
slagborn?
I haven't even thought about that.
I hadn't either. to be completely honest.
So, I haven't really decided that, but I'm going to say that to support your higher brain function, your body would need more like
Nutrients
proteins
and stuff
and
than
like
normal.
nutrients and things like that. So yeah, I'm gonna
Raw
say that like
chicken.
you eat. Yeah, like you eat. It doesn't really matter what though. You just need something in your system to kind of keep you going.
I can eat
Yeah.
raw
'Cause I was
chicken. You
gonna
don't
s-
want to know how I found that out.
Huh.
So yeah, if you would also like to be down just eating and like maybe like going over blueprints and things with Serena.
Yeah, I probably would have.
Okay, I will place you in the cafe. Oh, never mind. All right. Seraphim, how you doing this morning?
Seraphim wakes up, pops everything he can, takes off his lab coat, just I can't. I need something. And he's going to grab his stuff, and he's also going to head to the cafeteria.
All right, then we will. Yeah, what does he do when he gets to the cafeteria now that everyone's kind of in the same place? As you enter, we will say that Stone has finally gotten his food and is. Do you want to sit with Serena and Raziel, Stone, or would you just kind of sit wherever?
He probably just sat wherever, honestly.
I'll just put you right here, just kind of in the middle. So yeah, as you enter, Seraphim, you see Stone is sitting at this table here. He's just now beginning to eat, and you see Serena and Raziel just kind of chatting over breakfast, going over blueprints, the like.
Seraphim walks in. He sees everybody, just looks at them, just thinking to himself, an audience, it doesn't matter. And he is going to go to where the food is made.
Okay. As you walk up, there is one of the automatons that doesn't seem to acknowledge you or anything as you approach. It just seems to be silently chopping up some food. Not with a knife that it's holding. You see that its hand has morphed into a cutting utensil, and it seems to just be kind of rough chopping some vegetables.
Mighty Morphin robot servant.
Seraphim watches the robot's cutting technique, stares at it, and then just says out loud, it doesn't matter. And he's going to pull out his machete, and he is going to chop off his left hand.
Yeah, okay. How much damage would your machete do?
My machete does...
Your left hand or the robot's left hand?
No, his left hand. He's chopping off his own hand.
Just checking.
His machete does a D8. Plus
And
5.
unlike me, that doesn't grow back.
Roll
it does,
a
well-
D8.
No, it doesn't.
Not naturally.
Not natural.
Not naturally, anyway.
Roll a D8 plus your. Is it strength for the machete, or does it have a? Can
It's
it
my
be
dex.
strength or dex?
Well, technically, it's a rapier, but
Okay, yeah. Then
Just
just roll your
precise.
dex.
Well, if it's a rapier, then it wouldn't really cut too well.
well,
And well, actually, I guess that depends on the rapier, because some of them are made for slicing, but because
tip
they're primarily
and cutting
for
off
stabbing, it's kind of specific.
tip and cutting off the hand.
Yep.
I'll just roll my damage that I'm dealing to myself. Is that a fucking 1? No way. Oh my gosh! So I did 6
You.
damage to myself.
He just doesn't cut the hand off. He screws it up.
72 minus-
No, I will say.
He didn't hit the joint
with
right,
you-
so the bone stopped him.
The bone stops on the bone.
66.
You know what? Yeah, I like that. Yeah, you didn't quite hit the mark, so you get about halfway through. It may take another chop.
Nice.
Before you're able to do another chop, what does everybody do?
No, the question is, did he hit any nerves?
Okay,
Because
now
if
that
he hit
I'm-
any nerves, then he wouldn't be able to even move his arm anymore.
It's still over on the map. DM, would I be allowed to place myself? Because Serena is very functional. I would sit at the nearest table to the counter and then.
Oh
at
yeah,
least
you
for
can place
breakfast.
yourself like you.
Because I would have been
Yeah,
here.
you-
I was literally sitting here imagining it. I didn't realize that it was that close to the front counter, actually. Because I actually just moved it back and I couldn't remember because I couldn't remember the structure of the cafeteria. That works out. If I see this,
Right in front of you.
I am
You see Sarah-
about 7 feet away. I will be
Oh,
reaching
yeah, I
over
would've
the counter
immediately
and
jumped up.
dragging him back over to the other side.
I take the
Grapple,
dodge
special
action,
attack grapple.
and then I will chop.
I was about to. I
I would've
say,
been going too.
Roll for a
Don't I have a
grapple,
second attack?
Serena.
No. Don't I have a second
You know what?
attack?
You did-
I'm
Fucking
No,
take your
I
second.
surrender.
Are you using your action
two
surge to
robots.
dodge,
You do
by the
have-
way?
Hands coming off. Swear to
Oh, wait,
God.
no, you have
This-
fucking bonus action shit, because you've got, I
That's
forget.
with a gun. A bunch of stuff I have is with a gun. The knife and machete combo. The knife is the bonus action. Oh wait, the knife is the bonus action. You're right. Thank you.
you're a rogue.
Do your knife damage, and if you can get it high enough, I'll let you cut your hand off fully before they're able
Right.
to.
Are you a level
my
2
act.
rogue?
I
Or
think this is
above
the
level
first time
2.
I've ever heard of a D&D campaign.
Because you
where
should
you're
be
trying
able to
stop
dodge as a
friend
bonus
from
action
having
if I'm
their
not.
own
No,
ammo.
wait. Or am I thinking of
that's
something else?
that's another 6 damage.
No,
12. It comes off.
I chopped my fucking hand off.
All right,
With
now
the first the machete, then the knife, just like shear it off.
Yeah, Serena, what do you do? And then after you give me your roll and action, Rozzy, I'll be
I'm
thinking
gonna
about
tell you
what
right now, I don't
were
grab him.
doing. You don't
I
grab
missed.
him?
Yeah, it's a 2. If he's dodging, which I.
Yeah. No, this is happening. So Seraphim just like sees you, looks up real quick, fucking pushes you to the side, and like moves out of the way.
Oh, you
I
can't
would've
dodge as a
been
bonus
trying
action.
to-
You'd have to action surge.
Yeah, he'd have to action surge because he used
I
the
was-
You
bonus
can
action to
dodge,
use the second
disengage,
attack.
or hide as a bonus action.
You know what?
Dodge is not among those. So I am. It's
Yeah,
either.
yeah, well, I'm not gonna.
It's either
I'm
like
not gonna,
a 7
I'm not
or.
gonna bonus action dodge,
Okay, then I need to reroll.
or not bonus action, but I'm not gonna action
Or
surge dodge.
DM, I remember both rolls. Do I need to reroll, or should I
Go ahead and re-roll.
go ahead and reroll? Because it was a natural 20.
Yeah.
Stone like
Shit.
pokes his head in and looks, and he's like,
Let's see.
"People
That
call me an animal."
is 26. You have to make a athletics check, not a. That's not an attack, which I think is still a 26.
Stepping away for a moment.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, still
We will be
26.
back to,
No worries.
Can you beat a 26, sir?
What am I rolling against?
Grapple check.
Athletics.
Athletics.
With athletics?
Yeah, grapple is athletics or acrobatics. Well, no, it's
No.
grapple on grapple. It's athletics on the grapple, but the getting out is athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah. So
With
the initial one you
acrobatics,
have
it's-
to roll.
Acrobatics is a possibility. Athletics is an absolutely not.
No, yeah,
versus
you
a
have to roll
26.
athletics, and initially you have to roll athletics. Once
So you want-
Serena
you want me to
grabs
roll
you,
athletics?
you can roll. Yes.
All right,
I
I'll
would
roll
like that.
athletics.
Technically, on a natural 20, I miss.
You said you rolled a 26.
Yes.
I
Yes,
have
but
plus
if you
4
get
in
a
ac- I have
natural
plus-
20,
If I get a, I have a
Get
plus
at trade,
4 in
you're good.
athletics and a plus 8 in acrobatics. So if I roll an 18, that would be a 26. Ooh, so close. It's a 14.
Oh,
I do.
damn. So you are able to chop your hand off, Seraphim? Like
Yep,
you chop
hands
it
off.
off. And then what do you do after you chop your hand off? What is your next action before Serena goes to grapple you?
He's going to grab it and put it on. He's He's grabbing like a pan or something.
It can be acrobatics on the initial roll. I was checking because I couldn't remember.
Okay. If you would like to use athletics, then Seraphim retroactively, what would that be?
Oh no, it would be
More than
worse.
everything.
Athletics is worse.
Did I say athletics?
Okay, so you
Acrobatics.
did.
Acrobatics is what I said.
My acrobatics.
Yeah,
would,
you
it would,
use your acrobatics here.
Whatever. It would only be a 22.
Okay, so it still wouldn't get passed. Okay.
So yeah,
So-
I reach across the counter with my right hand and just pull him by his shirt collar onto the
You-
floor.
I was about to say, as
he's-
you grab
he's
him,
not
you,
wearing-
you pull him and his hand.
And
Yeah,
if I'm
my hand-
allowed, I'll
My
flavor,
right hand is holding my hand. My right hand is holding my left hand, but my arm is like my left arm is over to the side.
If I slam his
so, like-
hand wrist to wrist, where the cut is, and I cast a buff to cure wounds on his ass, would it reattach?
I'm holding my arm away from you. If you fucking try
Oh
that.
no,
Here's my-
that would
I
be
was
my
about to
fight.
say-
My action was to take that fucking hand
my next course of
and
action
try
will
and
be to
reattach it.
put
Is
him
he
on the
grappled
floor and
right
pin
now?
his wrist with my knee to the ground.
Okay, so
Okay.
wait a minute. I have an idea. Here. If I can go in and say, could I hit him with the hilt of my new sword and maybe knock him out?
For 60
To knock him out, you have to do
You would
non-lethal
have-
damage until his health hits
You would
0.
have to do 60 non-lethal damage. It would take multiple turns.
This won't be fast.
If Stone.
Okay, I
will
can help
say
hold him
if
down
you-
then. If
Yeah, I was
that's
about to
the
say,
case.
if you wanted to pin him, that would free up Raziel's action if he wanted to try and cast any spells.
I'll just look up at you and say,
Okay,
hold
I
his
will
legs
roll to pin
so
him down.
Raziel can get his arm. I have questions.
Let me roll for that then. That's a
He's
D20.
already since he's already grappled, he would have advantage to add to it, right?
Return.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you're allowing me to
Yeah.
put him prone, because like that's not necessarily something I can't just like put him prone because the grapple is the action. But considering Raziel is going to go after me right after I grappled him, I wasn't sure exactly how the course of events was going to go here. I figure if we're going full rules, I figure Raziel and Stone would help me muscle him to the ground. Since I have
Honestly,
all
I
is my
can
bonus
use my
action?
tails to like hold his arms.
he
my
only has
bots
one.
are-
I've got the arm that he's still
Okay,
I
then I
was
can
gonna-
hold his legs.
I was gonna have my anchor his ass to the floor if we need to with my bonus action.
Okay.
That can work
So
too.
Do what you got. Do
Yeah,
what you
hold
gotta
him
do to
down.
fucking restrain me.
All right, I'm holding him
Because
down.
this is pretty
yeah,
bad.
Stone,
bruh.
just roll.
Never seen
Just
that.
roll an athletics check. An athletics check at advantage for me.
Added then. Okay, so let me look at my athletics.
And then after that, Raziel
That uses what stat?
strength.
Strength. Oh. Okay, no, that's fine.
Yeah,
My
That's why he was saying you-
acrobatics
you
and
could
I was
hold him
like,
down.
I was messed up on that.
So that is a 19. 27.
Damn.
Okay, yeah.
sounds about right.
You are able to successfully get Seraphim like wrestled down onto the floor completely prone.
Well,
And,
then that's when I'll put my knee on his wrist and hold his arm down as like my
Okay.
continued
Pull his
grapple.
hand out of his other hand so I can heal his ass.
I will say someone will have to do a. I'm going to say either another athletics check or a sleight of hand check to get Seraphim's
The hand
hand
away.
out of his hand.
I
I've
could
said
do an
hand so
athletics
many
hand.
times.
We've said it so many times in the last little bit. It's funny as hell.
I am prone.
Okay, I'll do the athletics check.
I'll
I
roll
can-
whatever
I
I
can do
need
that.
to,
He
and then
has
I will
multiple
say what
layers of
happens
disadvantage
if
at the
I
moment.
pass, but if I fail,
Yes, he does.
This is
Multiple
happening.
layers, doesn't it?
Honestly,
I'll roll athletics again to try to get it out of his hand.
that's true. He's prone.
He's not just prone,
being
but he's
held
also
down.
restrained.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
prone and restrained. I will say, Raziel. At this point, you probably don't even need to roll to get it out of his hand. There's not much he can do. As a super soldier and a giant wolf man, pinning him to the bottom of the floor.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you can take the
Well, then,
hand
yeah.
and
I'm gonna take that
Just go
hand and stick it back on the stub, and then I'm gonna use Cure Wounds through my spider because it buffs the spell. which gives me 2d8 of healing instead of 1d8 at level 1. Which I rolled
go
a
ahead.
7 and an 8, or no, a 7 and a 6 plus 4, so that's 17 points of
All right.
Heal me?
healing.
Yeah, to
Yeah, I'm trying to
attach-
fix your hand.
That would bring me back to full.
Yeah,
It brings him back to full, but rather
and we
than
still need to get it
attaching
looked at.
rather than attaching it, you just heal the stump over.
Damn it!
Oh, ow.
So the hand is still
Yeah,
useless.
The healing spells don't reattach
Yeah.
limbs.
Yes, but I
Yeah,
probably
so-
As a
wouldn't have known that
GM, I
at
couldn't
this
I couldn't
point.
bear to tell you beforehand.
Eh.
But yeah,
Hey, I was trying what I was thinking was going to work, so that's probably what Raziel would
There's
have
a
done
reason
too. He
why.
may not.
So,
There are
you might
spells
wanna-
that regrow limbs. There's like
Yes.
7th level spells that will
Okay.
regrow limbs. I
So,
think
you
Heal
might
actually
want
gets one
to
in campaign
heal. Try healing his hand so the hand doesn't like die on its own, and then we'll like find a way to reattach it later.
Pike.
Yep.
But once we're
yeah.
cleared up, I have dialogue I'd like to have. I'm just letting everybody clear their stuff out.
I'm keeping my mouth shut until dialogue happens. That's what's happening. I fucking cut my hand off.
Technically, I
ain't
have
saying a
spare
goddamn
the
word.
dying. Would that keep the hand from dying?
yeah. I'll let you go ahead and cast that real quick. The hand stops bleeding, and it just kind of sits there.
It's a hand now.
Cantrip, so
The hand.
Hand trip.
cantrip, hand trip.
So yeah, what so the hand has been reattached. Seraphim is restrained and prone. You all have a second to speak amongst yourselves for a moment before we move on from this to whatever you guys are going to do, and then we will, after we get that figured out, we may jump back over to Maxson.
I'm gonna I rolled up an insight check really quick to go along with what I'm gonna look at him and say, because I'm gonna look at him and ask, "Did you want an audience?"
Are you going to speak honestly, Seraphim, or do you want to roll deception?
I'll speak honestly.
This was going to happen whether you were here or not. If you weren't here, it'd be all the better for me.
Is there a purpose?
Fortunately, you have to... For me alone, you had no reason to interfere.
I didn't interfere. You completed the task pretty heartily.
No, I didn't.
I grab your face. You think you after experiencing the metal arm, you would. It's unexpected to see the flesh hand grab your face and just feel like this rock hard muscle just turn your fucking face to the other side, and you say, "See it now? It's quite done, pretty well done." And I turn you to look back at me, and I like pick your head up off the floor. I'm squeezing the fuck out of your cheeks, like it hurts. And I'm like, "What did you accomplish? What's next? I'll help you. I'll chop off the next thing. What's in mind?"
You didn't lead me to my own vices. This was
This is
only
a
the
vice?
first half of a... This was not the
Ah,
vice.
Dr. Green, yes. Come here.
This was the first half.
Yeah, as you are talking, Doc Green does enter the room with a very large syringe.
God fucking damn it.
And she just looks you dead in the face, Seraphim. Do not harm my assistant again. And, give me one moment.
Stab.
I'm gonna
Fuck your
purposely
assistant.
let go of his cheeks and punch him like in the cheek to bounce his fucking head off the floor so that he gets like dizzy. And then I'm gonna hold him by his hair.
Roll a fucking unarmed strength for me real quick.
At advantage because he's prone,
Yeah,
Yeah,
at
that's-
advantage.
and that's a
Hit me in the
physical
face.
attack.
That is a 27.
Yep.
Yeah, that is.
Yep.
It's 7 damage, 7 bludgeoning damage.
Right. Seraphim, you take 7 bludgeoning damage.
65.
And
And then I just like hold
after
your
that
hair
punch-
so you stay still.
I fucking
I reach over and
staring
flick you in the
daggers at
forehead. I just healed him, you asshole.
Fuck you both.
And as you are bickering, Doc Green slams the syringe straight down into your collarbone area, and you feel it almost touch your spine, Seraphim.
Hey, reach out and
Resist.
touch someone.
Resist. Resist.
It's like pushing against a stone wall.
Yeah, I was about to say, as you're saying that, Doc Green just gets down a little bit closer to you and just says, "You can't." And give me personality. Which one's the most? Either the most normal one or the. We need a more agreeable one. I will let you choose between one of those two, but it is going. A more agreeable personality is going to awaken.
I think the other three are actually more agreeable than the number one for sure.
Is number 4 the one?
Number
The
4
one
is
that is
normal.
interested in medicine?
Yeah, number 4 is the one interested in medicine.
Then he is the one that awakens, and it is very sudden, very abrupt.
What's going? What's happening? Fuck!
I pat your cheek and then I get up
What's happening to my hand? What's happening to my hand? Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
and go back to eating my breakfast.
You chopped
signal off
your
my bot.
arm off. Actually, your head.
Something about not caring about having an audience or something like that. Would have done it if it weren't. Something about vices.
Honestly,
Are
I
you
could
getting
really
this,
take
Dr.
that
Green?
very
I'm sure you are.
seriously.
Yes,
I'm
Dr.
sure there's
Green
a
isn't
recording.
saying anything else. She is just tending to your wounded hand, Seraphim. She seems to be. She has placed them together, and rather than casting a spell, she seems to have just wrapped it in some kind of. It almost looks like a larva that just kind of encases your hand in the stump, and is just kind of holding them close to each, like holding them together.
Yeah, Seraphim's letting her do whatever she needs to. He knows Doc Green at this point. He's like, here's my arm. I'm looking, ignoring that. Just what?
Oh, and sorry about the dizziness. I punched you in the head and made your head bounce off the floor.
Oh yeah, your head hurts really bad, Seraphim.
You're gonna be a little dizzy for a while, I think. I don't know how long.
Okay, that
I
explains.
hit you pretty hard.
That explains that. Okay. I can't think. Why would I chop my hand? What? I need to.
Something to
I need to
maybe
have a-
deliberate in the back of your mind with the others. Maybe it's time for a conversation. And not on the outside with any of us.
I may need to have a meeting with myself. I don't know why I would do that, but maybe one of the others do.
He wants something.
It would.
Even if it's nonsensical, there is something he desires. Whether it is his own destruction, which is your body, or something else. But there is no point in asking his goals
Yeah.
because they are
Yep.
his own. They do not make sense.
No. What? Hang on. You might not remember when you first met me, Serena.
Please, call me Ren.
Ren. You might not remember. Doc Green remembers, I think. Stone, I don't think does. Maybe Raziel. I was missing parts of myself.
I saw the file.
My bones were exposed. This isn't the first time this has happened, but I have never chopped off a whole hand.
Did he blow himself up last time? Burn
know.
your face?
The burns. That's just me. That's just the current me.
I'm talking about the
Doc-
missing parts of your face.
Oh,
Doc Green has walked over to here and has picked up the pan and is looking at it, and she was like, I think he wanted to eat it.
Sounds right. Mildly unsurprising. Though I'm no psychiatrist, this isn't way out my field of science and understanding. I leave this to the experts. Unless I needed to carry him upstairs, I leave the professionals to it. I have a shield generator to continue to work on. Let me know if you need anything. I'll pick up my
just
bag of my
nods and then
armor and
goes
stuff
back to
and
eating.
walk upstairs.
I'd like to. I'm not walking around by myself. I'd like to be near people. Maybe if something happens, I don't want to be alone.
As I'm like walking out the door, I say, "You should probably stick around Doc Green." You know, just saying, observation. But that's for her to decide. I'm not the doctor.
Doc Green offers a hand to your good hand, Seraphim, to help you up.
Yeah,
You'll
he
heal your
takes
body
it.
first, and then we will heal your mind after that.
And then, like, from the stairs, I'll shout, "Meeting! Don't forget meeting!"
But yeah, Doc Green will, help you to the infirmary. You won't have to spend too long in the regeneration chamber. I will say, like, from like morning to the afternoon, probably, just to get all the things, like get the hand fully
Let's
attached
ham his
back to
reaction
the arm.
as they walk by.
Just
Oh, he was
he's walking by with a larva cast. Just Seraphim is shaking.
He walks out. He opens the command room and says, "Well, I'm glad you were able to get him." And you see, as you walk by the command room, the footage is showing the cafeteria, so he was watching the entire time.
Yeah, he saw it all. I knew he did.
Okay.
A little bit of like a
What I
really
did
dark
next
episode of ridiculousness.
What I did next would depend on whether or not Serena needed me or not at the moment.
Kind of if you want to or not.
Pretty comedic.
It's not set. You got me ahead by a day. As I told you earlier today, she's ahead by a day. She doesn't know what to do with herself. She's like, what's going to happen? I'm going to have an extra day to do stuff. I don't know.
I'm gonna be real honest. Yeah, I'll say
And I'll
this
probably
right
start
now.
tinkering with my weapon.
I'll say this right now. I straight up messaged Gavin. I was like, if I roll a 1, I'm crashing out.
Hell yes.
And I
Yeah,
rolled
no.
a straight up
I've been
1.
waiting for it.
I've had that planned for weeks.
Oh man.
And the fact that everybody gathered in the cafeteria, that was just
Was
a
just
Yeah.
icing on
Like
the cake.
clockwork.
straight fucking
He
blessing.
literally, I literally see a message pop up. If I roll a 1, I'm crashing out in the cafeteria, and then I just hear, "That's a 1," and I was like, "Oh boy."
Oh boy.
So, Seraphim,
my.
you have been put into the regeneration chamber. Serena and Raziel, you are up on top, doing some work on the shield generator.
No, I got
Stone-
Serena ahead, so I went to work on my weapon with the stun
Okay,
gun
my
and
bad.
tinkering with it.
Okay. Well, you're doing a little tinkering. We'll hear a little there. Stone, what do you do after you finish your breakfast? Do you go anywhere specific?
Do you go search the hab for your appetite?
I was gonna say he actually knows that he usually
Fine.
needs sustenance of certain kinds to grow back his tail properly, so he actually goes to get more food.
Okay. Well, as you begin to get your second portion and begin to eat again, you notice it begins to sound like the treads begin to have some trouble moving through the terrain. And then very suddenly and quickly, you hear 4 explosions on what feel like each side of the hab. So one here, one here, one
Armor.
here, one here, and the whole thing just stops.
Fuck.
Oh boy. I don't think that's a good sound.
And we will come back to everyone there in just a
Did
moment.
we move the hab forward for the day?
We have not moved it yet.
No, go ahead and move it. And Maxson, if you will move your ship token to the cave that I have put on the map. And then, are you ready, Robert? Are you there and ready?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, if you will grab your character token and place it on this map that I am showing now, it is over to the right of the world map. I need you to place where you land your spaceship and then where you're going to get out. It is in the
Found it.
Okay. So yeah, just go ahead and I have to move. Yeah, you can anywhere like on this side of the bridge because it's the largest place where you would be able to put your ship. Okay. Let me grab it real quick from here.
I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. I'm gonna put it right here, behind this big rock.
Okay. Here, I'll move it over there and oh, thank you. And then let me
In lower.
Yeah, it's good enough.
And you said behind the big
Yeah.
rock? Or, nope, you said over here by this big rock.
I
Okay.
think a much better size would be about right here.
No, yeah, I was gonna say make it whatever size you need to.
Remember,
Okay.
it's like a
One person drone.
So yeah.
Okay. Then as you touch down and get out, this place is a radioactive hotbed. Like Geiger counters or dosimeters clicking. You know if your suit gets compromised, you probably only have a few minutes to get back to your ship or shelter. It is very, very, very windy and irradiated, and there are slagborne corpses everywhere here. They have been, well, you see that, and then what looks like just the radioactive shadows that seem to be left behind when Alix just vaporizes people, just scattered all throughout here, leading up to this cave here.
Hold on. You guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and before I do anything at all, I'm gonna make a perception check.
Okay. Are you looking for anything specific or just surveying the area?
I'm just gonna survey the area real quick. Can I be on top of this big rock?
No, yeah. I won't. You don't need to roll or anything. It's about like a 6. Oh my god. Hey. So roughly counting, you see that there are about the full remains of about 40 slagborne, about 40 more just shadows. What looked like footprints in the dust leading up to here, and a couple of empty bottles of booze also leading up to the cave.
Brought a supply with him.
As well as whatever is left of the rain is started to leave, so it is very wet
Irradiated water. That's not good.
everywhere.
Okay.
But as far as you can see, there is nothing that seems to be... Everything around here seems to be dead.
How far is the? Is the radiation gonna do anything to the ship, or?
No, your ship is fine. I'll say that along with just the random upgrades that were put in it to make it work. You guys were able to do a little bit of engineering to make it like safe in these conditions. You actually notice a lot of the materials that were used to repair it from this planet seem to be more resistant to radioactive damage.
Alright. I'm gonna start to move up.
Okay. As you begin to slowly make your way up,
do you
just
want me
kind
to
of
stop?
dust in the wind. You can just keep. I would say stop about here, and I'm gonna make you make another perception roll.
Okay, I'll do that right now. 17.
Nothing's moving. Even up the hills, just what looks like glassed vegetation burned into the landscape. If you want to move up a bit more, you can. What was that?
Oh, I was just in character.
And as you get about there, that's when you hear, actually, give me a dexterity roll. A dexterity save, sorry.
19. Okay, oh, I'm fine. 20, 21, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And the athlete thing.
Alright. Then yeah, you dodge a laser beam that flies out of the cave.
The beam's coming towards him. He sees the light at the last second. He moves his body slightly to the side, and then he looks back in like a super like Matrix slow motion, and then just looks forward.
After you dodge and you look forward again, you see a very drunken Alix making his way up to the cave. And he says something along the lines of, "Bring it on, you stupid bastards. I can do this all day and all night. I'll take you all with me to hell." And then he stops and he sees you. He kind of sways and points at you with his hand. "Hey Max, how's it going?"
What was
And
that
then
for?
Buddy, I have been fighting, I don't even know what, all night. And he just kind of seems to lose his train of thought and kind of looks at his hand for a moment, kind of flexes it around. And he looks back over and he goes, "Hey Max." As he just kind of sways in the radioactive wind. You notice he's not wearing a suit. Doesn't seem to be doing anything to him though.
What? Okay.
So Maxson immediately realizes that he's not like, he doesn't have any protection at all. So he just starts screaming at Alix. "Alix, you are not well. The radiation is going to eat you alive. I don't know how long you've been out here. We need to leave right now."
As you say that, he goes to look over his shoulder and he goes, "Alix, I didn't know I was in town." And he just kind of begins to look around. And he looks up at the sky and he goes, "But you're right. This place is pretty dreary. Oh, I almost forgot." And he reaches into his pocket and pulls out, how did you describe the pearls that the magician used?
It's almost like a stone shaped and sized about the same size as a pearl. Just like a little, looks like a little rock basically that's been turned into just a little sphere.
He just pulls that out and shows it to you. This will let us contact my best friend. But I don't know if I can call him back to this hell. He says as he just continues to sway in the radioactive wind.
"Alix, whatever is going on with you, I'm sure we can help, but we need to get out of this radiation. We can't do this here. You are going to die."
Die. If I was able to do that, I would have done it a long time ago, kid. And he just kind of puts the pearl back into his pocket. Look down in that hole there. And he kind of just stumbles over here. And just kind of begins to look down into it.
He runs over next to Alix and he's like, "Whoa!"
And yeah, he's leaning very far over into it. And even with your suit, you can feel the heat of this radiation hitting the visor of your suit. And he's just like leaning just straight over it. It's like lighting up his face. And he just, he looks over to you and points. Kind of swaying for a moment, but then he locks onto a specific point and just stops moving. I was born right there. And before any bombs fell, before I killed any dwarves, any elves, they took my home from me. And he just kind of begins to move away and just kind of slowly walk this way.
I'm gonna follow him.
Okay.
So Alix notices that Maxson is following right behind him. And okay, so just so I'm not like saying stuff that doesn't make sense, is the radiation actually like? Has it gotten to him? Or?
As far as you can tell, Alix is just drunk off his ass. He doesn't seem to be getting affected by any. At least, if you want to give me a medicine check.
All right. Probably a low roll, but oh yeah, he doesn't know anything about.
Fucking that one.
He doesn't know if it's the radiation or if it's the fact that he's drunk or some combination of both, which is probably the worst.
Mm-hmm. So Maxson is pretty. He has no idea what's going on with Alix, but he knows he is not in a good headspace, and it's kind of scaring him.
I'm gonna get in front of him.
Okay.
Maxson just comes in front of Alix, and then he stops him and he says, "You're coming back with me, Alix. I'm booking you in for a psyche eval."
Yeah, I'm coming. Ain't gotta tell me twice. You know, this reminds me of those damn higher-ups. Every goddamn mission I went on, and he just kind of starts drunkenly rambling about upper brass and not being able to do his job and protect the people, and look where it led us. And as he is saying that, you begin to hear footsteps. Lots and lots of footsteps. As a giant slagborn horde begins to make its way past your ship. And just begins to stare at you and Alix. I would say, give me a moment to get a rough estimate of how many are there.
Would this be a horde enemy? Monster
Yes.
card? Ooh, I have yet to use one of those. Super fun narratively. We've only really done those in Dungeon World when we were doing that.
Beat up a bunch of enemies, but it's one enemy. No, we're fucking killing them. We got a bunch of little guys we're beating the fuck out of.
But I have to find that stat block, but be thinking about what you want to do, Maxson. Because they have just walked up and are just looking at you.
Oh boy. This is bad, guys.
Good luck. That's all I can tell you. He was 60 feet. He can fly though.
I will say Alix's speed is 55 feet, and he has he does still have the jetpack on his back.
What does the dash action do?
Doubles your
Gives you
movement.
your movement again. So you can
Yeah,
use
you
your
use your-
movement, and then you can use your movement again. So if you have 30 feet of
Okay.
movement, you get another 30 feet.
My movement is 30 feet.
Yeah, you could use your whole action to dash, but then your next turn would be maybe getting into the ship. Depends on.
You
Team
would have to get it.
discretion.
I would let you get to your ship, but you would have to take another action to get it activated and up in the air.
There's also the question of melee range with that horde. If
I
you
will
get
say-
within 5 feet, that's some major opportunity attack opportunity.
But if it's a horde, that's one opportunity attack.
But they may do a shitload of damage because there's a bunch of them in one attack.
Yeah, but we're. Yeah,
It might be like singular attack, but high damage.
Yeah, but we're pretty strong as of this moment.
Never ever assume that. That's as a player, that is
assume-
usually the GM,
assume
and
it-
never say that.
Assume it for one turn. If you're trying to run away,
Nope.
you assume it for one turn, and then you leave.
That idea ends badly every
Wait.
time.
You assume it for one turn after you're level 10. Before that, don't you fight, you kill, you run away, you do whatever.
I wouldn't even feel secure in that until like level 15. It's never
opportunity-
certain.
Nah, I
And if
think we're
one
good.
guy walks into a room at level 15, don't go near him. If it's just like a guy.
I think we're good. He's got
But in
it.
this case, I'm betting it's like few attacks, high damage.
I mean, this is what I asked for, so. This is what you asked for!
It's only one attack on an opportunity, so it's fine.
Also true.
All right.
Saying.
So,
That's what I'm saying.
so, Maxson, will you
dog.
roll
My
initiative
dog.
for me? How do I remove people from?
Just right click the icon and hit the trash can, I think. Should be that easy. I say as he doesn't try it.
I think you have to click on the individual fucking characters.
Yeah, left click it, excuse me. Left click it once.
14.
Okay.
If they can beat that.
You can also click 0 on everyone who's not in initiative.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Give me a minute to remove people that don't need to be in the initiative.
Funny thing is, she actually thinks we love her data buffer. I never even wanted to first place. She was asking.
Okay.
Welcome up here, Kelly.
Another thing, it also depends on how quick he intends this fight to be, because it might be relatively low health and really high damage. There's another thought.
Yeah, he has less health than Seraphim, which is a surprise.
I think he has stuff that buffs him.
so-
I don't know. I don't remember.
Did you add your initiative to the initiative tracker, Robert? The number you rolled? Because I'm going to roll for Alix here in a second. I just have to get back to my chair.
Okay.
Right.
We'll do the rhythm thing real quick.
Oh, you're okay.
In case I have to fight.
Where is it? There it is. Okay, so cool. So as well, I guess I need. Hold on, I need a roll for them too. See if he gets to go first or if they do. This thing's definitely not going first. Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't assume it has super high dex, you know? Dex of about 4.
a grand total of 9 in their initiative because I had a minus.
Fucking called it.
So they all just begin to stare at you and Alix for a moment. And you notice one at the front, who seems to be a little bit bigger than the rest, just points a very jagged and sharp piece of rebar that seems to be fashioned in some kind of spear. And it just screeches. But before it can move or anything, Alix just steps in front of you and kind of chuckles to himself for a minute. They never stop, do they? And he is going to... Well, he is also... You see that he is now emitting light in a 30-degree radius. Measure real quick. Oh wow, yeah, alright. He takes a strange stance, and it looks like for a moment he's going to shoot some fire lasers from his eyes, but he fires it to a point just in front of his face, and you see what looks like a small sun begin to form and just grow bigger and bigger. And then he blasts that small sun out straight into the horde. And he's going to spend some key points. And this horde needs to make a con save. Alright, so it does not save. So I need to roll some dice as you see this small sun just explode in the middle of this horde. Ooh, it does not take a lot of damage though. You see a few of them just get incinerated, as it takes 12 damage. I'll say that you noticed that Alix doesn't fire this small sun with the best of accuracy, and he just kind of grazes the side of the horde, and it just seems to just kill a few off. And after he fires it, he kind of squints. That didn't work. And he just kind of makes his way up. I'm using the wrong tool. About right here. Actually, he's going to move up a bit more. And he looks over to you, Max, and he just says, I'll try and distract him for a sec. You get to your ship.
I can't leave you.
I'll catch up with you. I'm a lot tougher than you are, kid.
He just like, as he takes like a little step forward, and you see that he's like resisting, and then he's just gonna go ahead and take Alix has been impressed with. And he just screams at him, "Do not make me regret this." So I'm gonna go ahead and make my.
No, yeah, it is your turn now in initiative.
I'm just gonna make my movement and my dash action.
Alrighty.
He runs, and you just see him leap all the way over here. And
Are you using your jump boots?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just mark those down then.
Okay, I have 3 uses of those, so
No, yeah. I was just saying mark it.
I land almost at the edge, and then I catch myself. And I'm gonna go ahead and just land right here.
All right. Then we will move on to the horde. They are just going to kind of lightly move forward and envelop Alix. Give me a moment, I have to roll. Okay. You see as they move up, they all begin to kind of grab at him and try and like pull him down onto the ground and restrain him. But as they go to grab him, you see they just grab him and their hands just burn. Like it just burns to touch him as they go to like claw and scrape at him. Then they are going to make four attacks. So the first one misses. Once again, they just can't seem to grab onto him to be able to. The second one also misses. Holy shit, that's a nat 1.
Oh,
Critical fail.
The last
That doesn't
one
happen
does
too
hit,
often.
though.
Well, it doesn't.
And then we will roll a d6 for that. So Alix is going to take 6 damage as most of their attacks seem to be... They can't seem to grab him with their hands and claws, but you do see that one of them takes a jagged piece of metal and jams it into his side and cuts him a bit. Anything else? Okay, so that is all that it can do. We'll move back over to Alix. And with him not being restrained, you see he does the exact same thing. But instead of charging it up on the ground, you see he actually takes to the air. He goes up about 10 feet, and they miss an opportunity of attack to hit him. And he flies... 35 feet. Yeah, he flies here, and as he lowers back down, fires off another sunburst. They do not succeed that, so we're gonna roll some more damage as he just lights him up again.
Oh, it's a much better roll.
Yeah, you see a good chunk more. Take some burn away as he drops it almost directly in the middle of the of them. And there's about half left. Though the big one is still there. He seems to be kind of leading them. And before we move away from his turn, he just turns to you and says, "Get in the ship now."
Not yet. I do have one more thing I want to do.
Oh yeah, you're all good. Is it not letting me skip through? It will not let me skip the initiative. I don't know why.
I got you.
There we go. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, it is onto your turn, Maxson. So you are able to do whatever you're feeling.
Maxson gets on top of the rock. You can see the horde from here completely, right?
Yeah.
Not before
Alex
I
is
leave
on the
them with
ground below you.
Not before I leave them with a little parting gift. I'm gonna call in the airstrike.
All
I
right.
forgot.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and give me a ranged attack with your dex to throw the artillery beacon.
Do I make a dexterity saving throw or what?
You're doing a ranged attack, so roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier. And if you're proficient with thrown weapons, well, this you would be proficient with this.
Wrong dice. Why did I pick 3? Hold up. Okay. I can add my. I can add the proficiency bonus to dexterity checks too, so that should help. I don't ask this often, but do I have to stick with this, or do you guys want me to do it again? Just for coolness.
You can do. I was about to say, you can use your inspiration to re-roll.
Give me something better.
In the words of Travis Willingham to us, you're not there.
12 plus dexterity bonus. Dexterity is. Wait, hold up. I'm forgetting things in the heat of the moment. Is it from the saving throws, or is it just from?
No, it's just your base modifier from your dex. What is your dexterity score?
It's plus 4.
Okay, so yeah, just add +4 to whatever you rolled.
14, 15, 16. Where is it? Remarkable athlete. Add to any strength, dexterity, respectively.
I will say, what did you roll initially?
Before that,
No, just now. With your second roll, when using your inspiration, what was the roll before you had modifiers? Because I'm gonna say right now, they have a really shit AC. You probably hit the horde with it.
it was 2. I mean 12. It says 12.
Oh yeah, you hit it with a 12. They have an AC of 8.
Okay.
Oh, that's crazy, bro.
It's a big horde. So
It's a big
as
horde,
as you throw it,
What is it?
You are-
I wanna just for fun. I want to describe it. What does it look like I'm throwing? What exactly is the pool?
it looks almost like it has the shape of a flashbang, but instead of it having like holes where anything comes out, you see that it seems to have some kind of beacon that folds out and shoots up into the sky.
Okay. So what he does is he sets it off. He tosses it a few inches into the air and then punches it into the crowd, and it hits one of them in the face and knocks them over.
I was about to say, I'll do you one better. It hits the big one in the chest and knocks him over.
Okay.
And so yeah, you see a big beam of light shoot as he hits the ground. It just shoots a beam of light up into the air. And we will move to the okay, so did your turn. Yeah, it's the Slag Horde's turn. Okay. Still won't let me do the initiative. What the hell?
Because indeed,
Okay.
very weird.
It is the Slag Horde's turn, and they are going to move up their speed. And they are going to attack Alix. This is their circumference. I need to measure that, by the way. 30 feet across. Okay. They're going to attack Alix some. They weren't able to get him into his space, so they can't try and pin him down. Okay. So the first one hits. I believe the second one also hits. No, the second one does not hit. Third one doesn't hit. And that last one also doesn't hit. So they... Once again, only one weapon seems to go through, but this one does a bit more damage. And then we will take it over to Alix again. And he is going to jump up into the air, turn on his jetpack, get about level with you, Maxson, and he just, you notice he's kind of swaying as he gets up into the air with his jetpack.
I called it an airstrike. We better get it out of here.
He doesn't say anything. He just air tackles you and just kind of dropped you into your ship and just kind of begins to fly. And then we will move it back over to your turn as you land on top of... he probably would have dropped you right next to the entrance of your ship.
I'm gonna go ahead and get in. Maxson just leaps inside, and he just starts pressing the buttons. The hat comes down, and then the engines start turning up.
All right. And as you hear the engines turn up, you see that this side of the sky just got a lot brighter, and it seems to be getting brighter. And as you look up, you see what look like two giant beams of light. I'm going to cut back over to everyone else real quick. A few moments beforehand, to Hammer, who is in his control room, and he gets a notification for an artillery strike. And a big smile creeps over his face as he walks over to one of the back panels.
I've always wanted to use that spell. That's the vibes I'm getting right now. Fucking Deathly Hallows Part 2 McGonagall.
He pushes the button,
I know
and
exactly
alarms
what you're
begin
talking
to
about.
clack. A big, loud klaxon goes over the entire HAB unit, and you hear Hammer's voice as he just says, "All hands, make sure that anything that needs to be secured is, and that you are in a safe place. Please avoid moving machinery." And just for a quick little thing, what is everyone doing right at this second? It's a few hours have passed since everything. Anything specific?
Stone is probably just reading like he normally does. Just a normal book.
One more time, what was the question? Sorry, baby keeps waking
No,
up.
you're all good. What would everyone be doing about, I'd say about an hour or so has passed since Seraphim's, I don't know, meltdown episode?
Just working on the shield gen. And then once those 4
Alright.
explosions happened, I would have just immediately opened the bag and started armoring, picking weapons.
As you are in the armory, you hear the alarm of, please, anything that needs to be strapped down, please tie it down. And any personnel, please watch out for moving machinery. And you begin to hear, it sounds like the HAB begins to move itself.
Definitely wrapping an arm around the Tesla coil being converted and like putting one foot back and just like looking around alarmed a little bit, half armored or whatever. Wait, has the explosions happened yet, or was that...
The explosions have happened,
Okay,
but the movement seems to be something else entirely.
right. Because I don't know what it is. All I know is I'm holding this thing as tight as I can to me and then putting one foot back to just leverage it so I've got a good grip on it. Half tempted to just pick it up and sit down. Just like hold it.
Does everybody else on the hab kind of follow suit? Except for Seraphim, you're still in the pod. You have no idea what's going on.
I'm in the chamber.
The chamber.
The chamber.
But
The chamber
yeah,
pod.
So Stone, do you just kind of hunker down in wherever you are?
Yeah, he's just gonna stay where he is. He's kind of sitting there holding his books like, my books.
My books.
No.
You begin to feel as the hab begins to move and shift. Serena, you notice that where you're sitting up at the top kind of begins to shuffle and move lower down as you see a different part of the hab scoot up above you and open up, and you see that it is Hammer in the control room, moving up above you and seeming to be put on top in the middle of, let me get this, a giant construct that begins to form from the hab, and I will send this picture
Jesus
because it is
H.
the
Christ.
the closest approximation to what I could find.
How far out should I zoom so I can view this? I'm waiting for it. I'm a little scared.
I sent the picture to General,
Oh.
or not the General, the Voyage of Harvest 2. But I can also send it to
Holy mother.
Come on, Discord, keep up.
Whoa. Okay.
So yeah, though it isn't moving, the hab reconstructs itself into that giant, I guess I'll call it robot. And you see these giant fuck-off cannons begin to kind of slowly rise out of the shoulders and point in the direction that Maxson flew. And after what sounds like a low rumbling throughout the hab, you just hear boom, boom, as two giant pulses of light energy zap through the sky over to what you all assume to be Maxson's location, as those of you that could see would also see a small beam of light reaching up.
Oh man.
So everyone, you know, just anyone who is in range of my radio, if you don't mind, telling me maybe possibly what the absolute flying fuck is going on. Because I am at a fucking loss. I'm up here, shit's moving around, and something exploded. Should I be worried?
I will say, Serena,
Like putting the helmet on.
you hear over the radio, you hear a voice that is not familiar yell, "Holy shit! Guys, we gotta get the fuck out of here." And you all notice around the hab, anybody that can see outside of the hab, bandits in radiation gear running the fuck away.
I come back over the radio. I've got my helmet on, and I'll pull open the window thing so I can see out, and I'll look out, and hopefully I'm seen. But I switch on the voice changer, and I just go,
Yeah.
We were about to get jumped, and they said, "No, we're done."
Yeah, Serena, as you look out, you see bandits running away back to what looked like crude, radiation-proof vehicles. And as you look down, you see what seemed to be anti-tank mines that took out the treads, but it did not seem to stop it. And you see, underneath you, you seem to be in the chest area of this construct. You see two giant arms resting with what seemed to be large howitzer style, or not howitzer, like minigun style guns resting on the hands, and then the two giant artillery cannons still smoking with heat.
can I see, and also am I in range of Those are there more anti-tick mines? Paired with can I see them?
From what you can see, it seems to just be something to cripple large vehicles like this. You assume that they didn't put up more than this.
Just
They
one
probably
set of
didn't have
mines.
the-
I was like, 'cause I'm about to start
he was
just popping them.
No,
If there's more.
You don't notice any more mines. You just see bandits in the distance, and then you just see a blinding light where the artillery guns fired. And we are going to move over to Maxson again. The horde's gone.
Was that gonna be what the encounter was?
Yes.
How convenient, right?
Well, I'm just gonna Widow's Whisper up on the window,
Actually-
take a knee, and just start. Of course, it doesn't make that noise. It really is just trigger noise. It's click, 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 click.
That's funny.
I actually
have no idea.
will
And people just
say-
start dying, and they don't really hear or see anything.
So
For them.
I will go ahead and tell you this, Maxon. I had it planned for the Slag Horde to show up, and they rolled to also get trapped. So I had 2 trap encounters going, but since you threw that artillery thing, I was waiting to show off what the hab turned into. And no, yeah, so their encounter getting scared off because you did that was not planned.
That's cool as hell, though.
Well, I saved you guys.
I was planning on them going to have to fight the bandits on the hab, but you
Oh
can
yeah,
thank
now
Maxon
I'm just
for
picking them off. It's sad at this point, I think.
Also,
yeah.
let you know that Seraphim crashing out was not an encounter. It
'Cause
was.
No, that was
to clarify to everybody who wasn't with me
That was
this
DLC.
morning when I re-explained Widow's Whisper,
Yeah.
not only can you not hear it, you can't see the shots. There's no light, there's no shot, there's no laser bolt. You just can't see anything. It's invisible.
Its trails are.
D6 for
This
me.
literally
Serena.
doesn't even have
Yeah,
bullet
sure.
trails. That's crazy.
1d6.
A 1 on the D6.
Realistically, that's how.
Add
any
your
weapon
dex.
works, right?
And honestly, if there was any kind of window
uh,
up at the...
6 total.
Speaking, if it was realistically, it would still have a bullet trail, so it's definitely a magical firearm of some form.
Nobody's ever asked about it, Jods.
At least
I
that's
think
how I would
Colton,
feel.
because of passing conversation, knows more about it than anybody so far, just because I was talking about it.
About what?
So yeah,
Widow's Whisper.
you take out however much you rolled plus your dex, you take that many stragglers out. Just
So,
pop,
6
pop,
of them.
pop.
Just
So
dropping
yeah,
them.
you take out like 2 of them get away. Like it's 2 guys on a motorcycle. They're scared as hell. Like they're running into the wasteland to get away from this. But yeah. So Maxon, as you get into your ship and you kind of get it off the ground, there's just a blinding light that lands where that horde used to be. They're not there anymore. There's even a sizable scorched divot in the earth where it just light hit and nothing was there. And are you just kind of hovering, or have you started flying away back to the hab?
I'm getting right above the explosion. Like just
Okay.
a few more feet up in the air.
As you kind of begin to stabilize and sit there, you see the Alix slowly lowering himself down till he's essentially standing on the top of your ship, and he sits down, reaches into his pack, and pulls out 1 bottle, kind of shakes it around a little bit, and then just drinks whatever last bit of liquor is in it, and just kind of starts laughing. And then he looks down into the cockpit and just goes, "Did you do that or me? Because I don't think I can do that."
This guy just
that's
fucking
great.
orkled. Did I do that?
Oh god.
I don't think I can do that.
Maxson is just looking at him with like extreme confusion. Like he's giving him the rock stare right now. Of like, huh?
After he finishes his drink, he just kind of taps the glass on your cockpit and he says, "I'll race you back to the base," and he just kind of takes off.
Maxson just punches it.
I will say, he does say he wants to race, but you notice that you fly past him very easily. He cannot keep up with your plane. Wait, how far does it go?
I don't think we ever talked about it.
I will say, if you want to move it, like if you were to move it in combat, I'll give you... Do you think... I was gonna say 70 to... Would you be cool with 70 feet per turn?
Yeah.
Cool. Then, honestly, Alix, you're ahead of Alix, but not by much. He's kind of keeping pace with you. All right. We will change the name of the cave to. Alright. So we are going to move this at a half a square. And then we will come back to you here in a moment, because I'm going to let you move again, Maxson. But we're going to cut back to the hab real quick.
Because I don't know if you'll let me do this. I want to in a second land with Alix, because I do want to try to talk to him for a second. Now that there's nothing trying to kill us, and I do also.
No, yeah, we can.
I also do want to try something that I think technically I will be able to do, considering what alcohol does. But we'll see. Go ahead.
All right, yeah. So we're gonna move back to the hab for a second to kind of let everybody wind down. I will say, the hab does not transform back to its original shape. After firing these shots, it seems to stay in this new configuration. And Hammer has not left the control room to anybody that has been moving about through the new configurations. And I will say now, Seraphim, you are now able to get out of the regeneration chamber. Doc Green will have probably started to help you out at this point and get you like unplugged and everything.
I'm getting a little tired of all the questions I have building up in my head while I'm working on this particular project. A lot of questions for a lot of people. Yep. Just like it's just like weird internal dialogue, but I'm saying it out loud because it's just like the weird experience I just had. Just like kind of blind to everything going on in the top floor of the fucking hab unit. Everything's moving around and then it just stops.
You are looking around at this new configuration for the hab, and you're seeing a lot of things that were on that list that Hammer gave you. You're assuming that not only was he trying to push all the habs together, you're assuming this was his end goal. This is what he was trying to build, like hush hush. But yeah,
kind of hold my thoughts in. Try not to kill anyone. Out of just like, what the fuck? And then just like, back door, take the armor off.
Okay. Yeah. Next, Seraphim, as you are getting out of the chamber, Doc Green just looks at you and she says, "Oh, you missed a lot."
My molecules feel vibrating. What just happened?
She walks over and opens up one of the windows, and you see that now, rather than being on the second floor, you are now you're still on the second floor, but the observation deck seems to be across the way from you. and you also see a giant mechanical hand with a giant minigun attached to it, and what looks like a giant artillery barrel above that.
Oh, awesome. This explains nothing. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Dot Green, she's just nosing her data pad. Seems Hammer finally got to play with his new toys he's built.
More power to him, I guess.
I will say the control room is on the same floor, but it's just this window here is now facing the where the observation deck now sits, and this has been moved. Actually, this part would be above, so I'll make a new layout for this configuration at some point.
Ooh.
I think today I'm going to take a break. Now that he starts moving his left hand around. I think I'm gonna
Feels
take
a
a
bit
break for
foreign
today.
at first, but at the same time, it feels it's a strange feeling. Your hand almost feels stronger, more rejuvenated, in a way.
Well, maybe this is a quick way to being ambidextrous, but I'm gonna step out for today, Doc Green. If you need me, I think I'm gonna go to the roof and get some fresh air.
Take these with you, and she hands you your pill. She hands you a bottle of pills. Just, you don't have to take them. Just keep them with you, just in case. I don't want to have to keep stitching you back together.
I promise I don't want that either. I guess I need to take them again.
She just as you say that, she just she kind of places a hand on your shoulder and just says, "I just want you to be safe." Whether that means taking them, whether that means being more careful, speaking to the other ones, just be careful.
I'll take them.
She just hands them to you, and then, good man. She just she gives. What were you gonna say? Go ahead.
I said he just Seraphim puts them in his lab coat pocket. He goes to find his lab coat and puts that back on. Puts them in his pocket.
She as she goes to leave, and as she does, she just turns and she gives you. You can't really tell that she's smiling, but you assume that from under the gas mask, you see her eyes kind of tense up. You assume it's a soft smile. It's good to have my assistant back.
A smile?
Oh yeah. And then she
I'm
makes
here.
her way to her office.
It really is the end of the world.
Yeah, after she leaves, he's just like, I'm here as long as I'm allowed. And then he's gonna make his way to the roof. Get the freshest of air, the freshest of that radiation.
All right, Raziel, what are you doing?
I probably would have still. Sorry, I kind of zoned out a minute ago, honestly. So some of that I missed, but I probably would have continued to work on my integration of the two weapons.
Okay. Stone, you working on anything important, or are you just gonna kind of meander about?
Would Dog
You
Green
would-
have scanned the sample that I gave her by now for anything interesting?
With her being so busy working on Seraphim, she's probably just now started it, so you'll probably have to wait till tomorrow for that to be
So
ready.
he'll probably just lounge around for the day.
All right. I will say that you have been in the control room for this entire time,
Oh, yes.
Hammer's been having a field day. You saw not
Evil
only did you
cackling.
once he pushed the button to reassemble things, you noticed that he just kind of stood in the middle, pressed something on his implant, and it almost looked like he was controlling the mechanical limbs and the artillery itself. With you kind of, at least at a, like, you've seen him use his technology enough to know that he was, you think he was controlling this giant machine with his mind.
Suit of armor? Fuck that. Suit of building.
Building.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's basically what it is. One dude controlling a big ass robot.
We've jumped from like having driving like a T-Rex, but it's a robot. He's got the Megazord. All right, then we will move back over to.
It's the Green
Maxson.
Ranger's Zord because it turns into its own Megazord.
Dragon Zord.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally know what we're talking about.
I know you do. I know you do.
So, Maxson, you can see what you think is the hab. There's a giant robot where the hab used to be.
Oh my.
But you said you wanted to try and land. Alix is flying a little bit behind you as you're just kind of traveling. We'll say that you've just now made it out of the... I'm going to scoot this over a bit, because you guys are a little too close to the wasteland.
Alex,
I'm going to say that, you're on the outside of the wastes.
I'm just gonna tell him I see the hab up ahead, but we need to land right now.
I have a question. I need a full clarification because I've reconfused myself. And me and Kyle were talking about it earlier, and I just remembered. So, the dwarves said they intercepted it. Is it the plutonium and the Bunker B forces, or was it one or the other?
Plutonium.
Was it just the
It was just the
plutonium?
plutonium.
Okay.
Just the plutonium.
I got in my own head, and I was like, wait, no. Wait.
No, yeah, you
It's
guys,
like-
They didn't
you
like
guys
us
haven't-
getting a hold of it.
You guys haven't been to Bunker B yet. You haven't
I mean,
contacted
the little
reinforcements.
rendezvous thing that we had talked about before is specifically what I meant.
Oh,
The rendezvous of Bunker B's help before we
there's-
get to Bunker B.
Because like our
No, yeah.
timeline was like before the dwarves showed up and fucked it all up. Rendezvous for plutonium, meet the Bunker B forces, tree or whatever, lab. But that's been
So, yeah,
chopped
no,
up a little bit to rendezvous lab, if the rendezvous still exists.
they didn't mention anything about people, but I will say, if they intercepted the plutonium, there is a good chance that got intercepted.
That's
may
why I
just
wanted
be
to ask.
dead.
I was like, I'm betting if they can get to the boat, they can get to the people. Because it's probably just going to be a convoy of military vehicles, nothing crazy, and that's not going to hold up against something that broke into this thing.
I will say, Serena, you would know that Bunker B actually has a pretty substantial naval force. They use a lot of boats, with them being, like, having this big coastal area. So they probably did take a boat there, so... Yeah, if they got the boat, it's pretty fair to
They got
assume.
one boat they could feasibly get to. I'm going to send you something, by the way. No, this isn't like a big secret thing. You don't have to read the whole thing. The important thing is this is a thing that exists in Bunker B. Otherwise, you can ignore it. It is just in case it ever becomes relevant while we're there.
Hell yeah, sounds good. Alright, so... While he is sending that, Maxson, you told Alix that we need to land now.
Yeah.
You hear him kind of sputter over the comms, and he goes, "It's your world, I'm just living in it." You just see him kind of aim his way down and begin to slowly descend onto what looks like a nice piece. Well, it's for Uramos, it's not radiated, and it's somewhat green, so it's kind of nice. Patch of ground outside of the wastes.
So when he lands, the cockpit opens and Maxson kind of just jumps out. And he just starts walking up to Alix, very aggressively, but just like with concern. So then he tells him, let's see if this works. I've never tried this before. Give me your hand.
He holds out his good hand.
I'm going to use a cantrip. I have to make a roll for this. Part of you must expand the hit die. Roll the hit die, subtracting your Constitution modifier by the result, and reduce your current hit points by the result. Okay, so I am using I use a D10. So
There's a fucking mosquito in here.
they roll for that. 1d10. Okay. Minus my Constitution modifier. 5. So I'll take 5 points of damage. So gonna bring me down from 6. Yeah. And I'm going to use Hemomancy. You touch a creature that has blood and is missing hit points. The target regains hit points equal to the original amount rolled on the hit die.
Okay, so he gains, you rolled an 8?
I love cantrips so much, dude.
8 hit points. And also, what I'm doing is, you guys know how alcohol travels through the body, right? When it goes into your body, it goes into the bloodstream.
Whatever's not filtered out by the kidneys.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to see if, since he's taking in some of my blood, I'm hoping that since he's fresh, it's going to at least, not completely, but sober him up just at least somewhat.
I will say, you are able to restore his hit points, but you see that when your blood comes into contact with his, it kind of just fizzles at the touch. And you notice that his blood is, like, it's giving off some kind of energy. Almost like there's, like, it almost feels like there is sunlight moving through his blood. It feels warm, it feels radiant. But you do notice that, as you're doing it, he just kind of looks up, and he gives you a very serious look. He's not really swaying much anymore.
How are you feeling?
Like shit.
I gotta step away for a couple minutes.
Oh, you're all good. And he reaches back into his pocket and he pulls out the stone. He just kind of, he doesn't put any pressure on it or anything, he just kind of runs it in between his fingers. I tried so hard to get back here, to make sure that he was okay. Him, Lily, Fidia. Knowing that he's not here, that he did the thing that we always talked about as kids. He got out. I don't know if I can bring him back to this. And he just kind of motions out into the wastes.
I don't think any of us ever wanted to be there, but we are, so. It's not like we made the decisions for this world to end up the way it is.
But he doesn't have to know. He doesn't have to come back. He doesn't have to feel the pain again.
What do you think he would want?
He just kind of puts it back into his pocket. What'd you say?
I was gonna say that's the real question.
Hand me there, kid. He just kind of slides it back into his pocket. I just hope wherever he is, he's...
Go ahead. I'm gonna cut you off.
Oh no, I was taking a dramatic pause, don't worry. I just hope wherever he is, he's okay. He just puts the pearl back into his pocket. And he begins to just kind of stare off into the direction that you guys just flew from. I still remember what it looks like. My hometown, where I was born. Small little farming village. I don't remember my family very well, but
That place used to
I
be
remember it being happy. It was one of the first places that the dwarves attacked. One of the things that kicked off the war in the first place. Opened a hole right underneath the city.
Is that why you went back?
Go back to where it all began.
Now I understand.
He just takes that pearl out again and just begins to just look at it. Look it over. Not yet. Not here. Too many bad memories. And he just puts it back. Sun's starting to go down. We should probably get back to the hab.
He just starts to walk towards it and he gets in before he tells him to do something.
Before you're able to get too far away, Alix, he places a hand on your shoulder. And he pulls you in for like just a brief moment and just kind of hugs you for a moment and just says, "Thank you."
He's kind of caught off guard by the hug, but after a second he kind of just closes his eyes and he's like, oh, this is nice. Like a joking way.
And he just kind of
serious moment.
After a moment, he just kind of backs away, pats you on the back. Let's get back. And then just shoots off into the sky. Begins to fly in the direction of the hab again. Then we will skip we will skip a little bit of time to them actually arriving back on the hab. What would everybody be doing in the evening going into the night? As like, we'll say the sun has just gone down.
Same as I
Well,
was.
after working on that all day, I probably would have went down to the cafeteria to get something to eat.
Seraphim's getting some fresh air. He's taking a break for this day.
Okay. You know what? We will start there with you then, Seraphim.
Ooh.
You You're just getting some fresh air. Is there anything in particular? Oh, well, I guess Serena is also up there working. So I'll leave the floor to you two. As
Serena is up there. Seraphim's just on the edge of a balcony, just looking out, just trying to take in the surroundings. He's just taking it easy. Just there ain't much else for him to do. He's just not want to mess with any. Just no thinking, no papers, no nothing, no writing. Just staring out, looking, just pondering.
How's your arm? Just like cracking away at stuff, calculating stuff.
Seraphim turns around, at least, just leaning on our balcony. It's, I can use it for its intended purposes. Hoping...
Do you want to see it? Maybe gain a little understanding for the conversation that you might have someday with that particular extra mind.
My extra what? See what now? What? Seraphim just like
see you cutting your arm off and what you said afterwards.
I don't remember what I said.
And I'll just
I wasn't
big blue hologram of like that corner of the room, and like you walking in, turning the counter. I'm sitting there just eating my breakfast, and then it's kind of centered on me, as it typically is whenever I show a replay like this. And you just walk back there, and then just, and then I drag you over the counter. Actually, I used my right hand that time. I pull you over the counter, pin you on the floor, and put my knee on your hand and as everybody like dives on you. And then conversation ensues. Me grabbing his face and then punching his head.
I will say, actually, Serena, the video stops for a split second as you grab, as you're grabbing and kind of pulling him over the counter. The video stops, but it's not you that's stopping it. It's Sato. I have a lot of data on cannibalism.
You suspect cannibalism?
Cannibalism.
It is a, even though he has a robotic voice, you notice almost a shake as he says it. I know that it is cannibalism.
The patterns all match.
I don't.
Indeed.
Send that information over to Dr. Green. That doesn't feel right. The Dr. Green. The doctor, Dr. Green. Yeah, Dr. Green.
However you want to say it is fine. Dr. Green.
Well, this is not my first language. That accent I was using before, that was like, they trained us. They said, hey, if you use the accent of the local area, it's less intimidating when you are there. But I'm not here on the mission, so I don't really care. I'm just kind of here. I can go back to the old way, though, if you like.
I was muted, but I just want you to know that genuinely made me laugh.
A smile at her. Or him.
No thanks. I don't think I want to feel threatened at every turn. At least now I feel kind of comfortable talking.
What's wrong, Seraphim? Are you afraid I'm going to do something?
Do you actually say that?
Yeah.
He steps back.
I'm just smiling and just kind of working away, typing stuff, looking at stats.
He steps back a couple steps and actually grabs his holster.
This chuckles. I keep working.
I will say, it is the two crash outs that have either done harm to themselves or other people in the party that are talking right now, so it tracks. As you are both talking, though, you do see first Maxson's ship fly into the hangar, and then almost like, I'll say like 10, 15 seconds behind him, you see, you know what? With this being open, I'll say that Alix doesn't land in the hangar. He lands up here with you two. He kind of flies up through. Funnily enough, it looks like the same
It isn't Poster
place
Boy.
he exited. He flies right back through.
You know, I don't know if there'll ever be enough time to have a conversation with myself. And things like, Alexander, you're finally here.
I'll just kind
We've
of
been-
patch
We've been
into
worried for you.
to Max and how did she handle? How does it feel? All good? Now that you're close enough for a short rave. Is he here? Oh, he's muted. He may be doing something.
And then
Oh, okay.
he walks
let me-
over. He walks over to her, and then he just says, with like a lot of pride in his voice, "I don't think I could have done a better job myself."
Good to hear.
So, did you say you walked? Because Alix flew up to where they were. You would have to go from the hangar to.
Yeah, I was
up there.
contacting
So
you
if
on the
wanna say
radio
that
since
over
you were in
radio-
range. Since you were on your ship
We on
still
the roof.
flying in. On the roof. On the roof. We are.
So do you just say
on the
that
roof.
over the radio then?
He just tells her whatever he did, it's working like he just got it off of the assembly, which he did, but
And better. Better stay that way for a while too. Let's crank those bolts down. I guess for me that's saying something.
Alix doesn't really say anything. He does. He nods, kind of waves, chuckles at the poster boy, but he doesn't really say
I throw a
anything. He
can
just
at him.
kind of,
Like just like a soda can or something.
Alice, get the fuck over here.
he catches it.
They're just like throwing it. Boo!
Boo.
Give it a show, poster
uh,
boy. How are you feeling?
Yeah.
Very obviously, like I'm not serious at all. I'm just teasing.
He gives you a very serious answer. You notice he does look very confused, almost like I said, very sullen, very withdrawn.
Can I make,
Alright,
can I make
Alex.
Can I make an insight check?
Oh hell yeah! What are you looking for specifically? Or are you just?
I'm just trying to
general
gauge
vibe?
his general feeling, maybe what at least on the surface he's got going on in his head, reading his face.
Could I ask to do the same? Because I was kind of thinking something similar.
18.
Just like wanting to check his similar vibe.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to roll on your own, you can, Seraphim. Or if you want to help.
I would roll on your own.
I'll roll
I would
on my
100%
own.
roll on your own. Mine's only a +1.
Mine's +7, so.
Yeah.
But who knows what I might roll, so.
The world will
Jesus
never know
Christ.
until it is done.
Oh my
A
god.
25.
So
That's a large number.
That's a large number.
So Serena, you rolled an 18, right?
Yes.
You kind of put together where he went, the weird cryptic message, the go back to where it all began. You're kind of piecing together that he probably has whatever he needed from that area, and you're assuming he's debating on either using it or he's just debating on whatever it was he went to go get, whatever he went to find. He either found it. He definitely found whatever he was looking for. That's what I'm trying to say. Seraphim, you get all of that, but you cannot help but you sense guilt. You sense that he whatever it is, he wants to use it, do something with it right now, but he is stopping himself. You can't quite tell why, but you can tell that he could do whatever it is immediately, but he is stopping himself. something is keeping him from it. He moved a little bit as well.
Seraphim terrifyingly throws off his lab coat again. But this time he's gonna go to Alexander and give him a hug. Not as a professional standpoint, but if you need anything, you can absolutely come talk to me. And maybe we can try to discuss whatever you're feeling. Because I can tell it's a lot.
I do have a
matter how
question
much
if
it
you
is,
want a
I'll listen.
distraction. Think about something else for 10 minutes.
He looks over at what is it?
Pop a squat, I think is what they call it. Have a seat. While I
Yeah.
work.
He places a hand on your shoulder, Seraphim, and kind of gives it a light squeeze and just smiles and nods at you. I might
So-
take you up on that. And then he
hope
makes his
so.
way over to you, Serena.
DM, reversing time a bit.
You know.
So the conversation with Hammer, in my drunken stupor, he was referring to a Skaldashari base that they raided. Am I correct? Am I remembering that correctly? Or did I mishear that? I wanted to confirm. It's like I've been meaning to go back and listen to that because I couldn't remember. The conversation is vague.
What Hammer said to Serena? What Hammer said
Yes.
he did?
Yes.
I believe he
Something
raided
about
a.
bombing it or something like that. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it's
They basically laid out a small rebellious town on Ermos with artillery fire and just like bulldozed it into oblivion. No survivors.
okay. Because I thought he was saying it was Skaldashari or something like that, but I may have misinterpreted in future tense,
No.
like after
No,
the
yeah, they
fact
were just,
and thinking back on it.
No, Hammer just spoke to her about in his beginning days in the Ermos military.
Okay.
He had to like shell a rebellious town.
So the hindsight memory was misremembering that. Okay, I just wanted to make sure before I spoke in this particular conversation. So I'll just kind of continue to work. So I saw your ears perk up the other day when I was having my little fit of some nice words at the dwarves. You understood every word I said. Why?
I don't know. You can call it. I don't know if it's a part of my abilities, and he just kind of like moves his hands and like gestures to himself. I don't know if it's all the places I've been, all the people I've spoke to. No matter what people say and what language they say it, I can usually pick out what it is, and when I speak to them, they generally understand what I'm saying.
That's a
I
neat
call it
trick.
my universal translator.
That's a very neat trick. So you've never happened across Skaldair?
I don't think I have.
Well, we would have been much better for it, I believe. Probably. A long time ago. It's not much to look at now. Hasn't been all my life. But the tales say it was quite beautiful.
As you're saying that, you see he pulls out a pearl, and he just kind of begins to almost nervously move it in between his fingers. Ruined worlds. If I had a credit for everyone that I've seen, living a happy life.
Ophidia mentioned that he got around in very interesting ways. Where on Uramos would he go? It's so far away that it seems that he's never come back.
Not necessarily on. It's not necessarily on.
To clarify, he's never mentioned that Tildas could go off of Uramos, so I don't know that.
I was actually, now that you've said that, I wanted to ask, in their past, have the Magician and Alix ever traveled off Uramos before?
No.
No?
He didn't know he could do that until he used it to do that. After he thought Alix was dead. Maybe once by accident, but he thought it was just a weird place.
Yeah. So Alix, he just kind of looks up. I'm not sure, but he's used it to get us out of just about any situation before.
I'll interject that he maybe suspected it could possibly travel to the outer planes, but not anything beyond that. He never really thought about it, at least out loud.
Cool. I have a feeling. And he just kind of, he just holds it up and just continues to look at this pearl in his hand.
Sometimes if you're nervous, sometimes you just go 3, 2, 1 and do it. And it makes it that much easier. When the time is right. Never met anybody who would be quite happy to meet somebody that they thought was dead for 50 years. I'd wear a mouth guard if this is a particularly strong individual. Might suck you. Oh, that also feels weird coming off in my usual accent.
That seems a bit harsh, if I have to say.
Well, people have interesting reactions when they find out that someone that was dead for like a lifetime is not dead. It's not reasonable. You can't say it's a reasonable reaction because it's completely unreasonable. Because it's an unreasonable thing that they're learning about.
Quite true. Good
Scary,
shot.
crazy details warrant scary, crazy reactions. But who am I to say that? I have a wisdom of 11, so, you know.
I'm actually glad I was born alone in this world.
She looks up towards us and says that, by the way.
Yeah.
That was fucking
Wisdom of 11.
little trickle of blood comes out for a second. Ugh.
Fucking that nosebleed.
He just, he looks to you, Seraphim and Serena. And, kind of, he places it back into his pocket. I just worry that he's found peace, and calling him here would just rip open scars.
Alix, you've traveled the universe a bit more than I have, but I have also been to several different planets. I don't know, 12 or so. You know that's complete bullshit. There's no peace anywhere. What peace? A man of some action like that, from what you've said? He's doing something.
I'd say the same thing. It doesn't seem like there's anywhere truly that peaceful.
Unless he's dead. He might just be dead. You know, Seraphim.
Okay, calm down.
Just, I gotta put it out there. You know, it's a reasonable thing to say. He might be. He might just be dead.
Alright. Okay.
Which is
out
sad,
there.
but we should prepare, you know, for no answer on the other side of the hollow call, you know, or the whatever you call it, the pearl thing.
Yeah. I don't know what the pearl thing is, but Sure, he could be dead. I don't know about that, to be honest. But if he is somewhere peaceful, then he can get to that place himself. Maybe nothing will really follow him. If you call him, you'll see that someone he thought was dead, an old ally, you'll see that you need him again. That'd be
You just kind of.
reasonable.
All right, I need to ask right now, how much time do we have left? How's everybody doing?
I'm good to go.
It's 11:52. I'm good. I'm good for a little bit.
Good for a little bit longer.
Okay. I'm going
good.
to. I'm going to move over to Raziel. I'm going to let you have the floor for a second. What are you doing currently? I'll say that Hammer notified everyone that Alix and Maxson are back. I'll say that Maxson, since you're nearby, what are you doing as you kind of like get out of your ship, kind of stretch your legs after you talk to Serena? Since you guys are in proximity. We'll say you're sitting down to eat now, Raziel, as you hear the hangar open and you hear Hammer's announcement.
Well, guess it's a good thing they're back at least.
Yeah.
I'll say
I'm
Maxson.
gonna finish eating probably unless they call me for a meeting because I just sat down to eat. Sorry.
As you walk by the no, you're all good. As you walk by the cafeteria, you see Raziel sitting there. He's eating with his drones.
Sometimes I do leave
notice
those around. I just don't detach them.
there
from
are.
nothing.
I'll say that there are some scratch marks in the ground from stone, as well as some cut marks on the front counter of the mess hall thing from where. You don't know this, but where Seraphim cut his fucking hand off. And also, Maxson, the Hab is now a giant robot, and you see the giant cannons and assume that's where the artillery strike came from. But hasn't really been explained to you yet. But
I can put two and two together.
yeah, I'll say that like with you
Mostly.
ordered a lot of the supplies. You're kind of as you walk in and you see everything, you're like, so this must be why Hammer needed all that extra metal and material. Makes sense. And the magnets. Yep. He was making a giant robot.
He's like, I guess Hammer doesn't like the Sarah's toys.
All right. So where are you going, Maxson? Do you stop in the mess hall? Are you going somewhere else?
I do want to go talk to him.
All right. Yeah, you and Raziel can have a.
Oh no, to
No, he's talking about going upstairs to.
Oh, to talk to Hammer. Or okay, cool. All right, yeah. You make your way into the control room, and you see Stone is reading over here in the corner, and Hammer is running some diagnostics on a screen, but he also seems to be periodically stepping back and getting into a specific position and moving his arms, and you can see that it moves. He is moving and calibrating the giant mechanical arms of the machine outside. And as you walk in, he turns and he says, Maxson, it's good to see you. Glad you made it back. And he puts his hand up and hails you, and you see the giant robot arm do it outside.
So I'm guessing this is where all the extra scrap went.
Only the parts that I needed. I didn't dip into any of your supply. I apologize for the secrecy, but I wasn't quite sure if the military of Bunker A would be too fond of me tinkering. They were not a fan of me adding Acolyte to the hab itself. So I figured I would keep this under wraps till I had done it.
I got no complaints. It saved me, so. And Alex.
Good to hear. I'm glad that everything was okay. Was he able to acquire what he was looking for with his escapade.
He's thinking for a few seconds about how to respond to that. I think the best course of action would be for you to ask him yourself.
Understood. I'm going to finish up some calibrations here, but then I should be free for the rest of the evening into the night if you need anything.
He's just taking a look around and he makes like the joke. I'd say if we had a bit more, if we just had a bit more metal, you might have been able to make this thing fly at some point.
Thought about it. Metal's too heavy. And he looks over to one of his data pads and he actually pulls up a blueprint and shows it to you of a what seems to be thruster for very large crafts, but you see notes around it saying too much weight, not enough power, unsustainable. Thought about putting it in the water and in the air. Felt land was the best option.
He just looks over the blueprint and he says, "Never give up, maybe eventually."
I am glad to have you in the air, though. Flying craft's a rare sight. It's really just the elves, and theirs are all one-way trips.
And he just he smiles and he says, "The elves aren't the smartest thing in the universe. Trust me, I've seen smarter."
He kind of chuckles to himself. They could hear you say that. And he just begins to kind of laugh to himself and work.
Is that it, or
Right.
Okay.
No, yeah, he was just kind of joking around with you as he began to do more calibrations in the machine. You're free if you have more to say. Go for it. I didn't know if you were done or not.
No, that's it. I guess I'm just gonna go look for the mess hall now because after that, he's hungry.
Hell yeah.
The granola bar is
Alright.
calling him right now. That is probably slightly expired.
I will say, now that you guys have kind of been on the move, Hammer does send out bots to do some foraging, so there is some. It is fresh, but it is like wild roughage from from outside.
Ooh, perfect. Seraphims used to wild roughage.
Okay. All right, so Jackson, I have a question for you.
I'm not taking questions at this time. Just kidding. No questions, please.
I don't accept questions without my lawyer present.
I have
And
Ward 2
signed
right
in
now.
triplicate.
Ward pay 2.
So, are you ready to introduce the magician tonight, or do you want to
I'm
hold
good,
off
yeah.
for another session?
That spell list shit can be
And
done whenever. I just haven't done it is all. It's not super important.
And I would also like to ask, would you like to do a small thing on your world, since that is
I
the
was
last
actually
place
going to
was?
ask you guys that. Surprise!
I would love to do
Cut
that.
over
Do
to
it.
the Forge
Do
Core
it.
for a split second.
Do it. Let's
Oh,
do
Jesus
it.
Christ. It's a fucking mind warp a little bit. Holy shit, I didn't think that would happen. That made my head hurt a little bit. Okay, so
Forge Core.
I gotta change the
Yeah,
music because this
wow.
does not fit. Okay.
We're going back.
Hey, I'm ready.
We're going back.
All right, split
Wow,
second here, everybody. Are you? Unless you're
While
not ready.
adjusting the music. No, you
Okay.
can go ahead and adjust the music. I was telling for everybody else,
Break time.
we are going to move back to Alix. He's standing there with Serena and Seraphim, and it is about the time when Serena is saying 3, 2, 1, go, and after Seraphim finishes what he said, you both just see Alix hold the pearl and just smash it in an instant. And so when we are all ready, we will move over to another place. A little fortress in a mountain, I think. Unless we were somewhere else.
Last I checked, that's where you were.
On
We put us
Dragon
in the
Ball
great
Z.
void over here. Yeah.
All right.
And with
So-
it being your world, what is the magician doing as we come in?
Probably just working with Manus, making calculations and interesting, like. He's got lots of sheets of paper, lots of notes, lots of a weird mixture of like just regular like manufactured paper and then like parchment side by side. Just kind of laid out, working with notes with him. Trelor and him have managed to hit it off. They didn't realize they were going to like each other, and turns out they have a lot of similar, due to his father's research, a lot of things in common. A lot of things. They have thought about a lot of the same stuff, actually. And he's got a new addition on his body. He wears a small vambrace over his right forearm. Kind of covers it up. But they're just kind of looking over notes, and he says, "But I don't know if it's going to be stable enough if we put that if this amount of pressure and force is applied with dragon crystals, because I don't know exactly their energy levels. I need to have some to analyze them, and I don't have equipment to really analyze them. I need to go in a more advanced world to try and learn more about them. Or we can just run tests and say fuck it and see what happens." How does that sound?
Manus just looks over to him and smiles, and going to more advanced worlds. Just tell me what you need built.
Well, we'll need to build just this piece. And then crystal and see if it lifts. I don't know. And Trello is just like, perhaps we take our time in building this and do minor tests as we go along. It's a lot more careful method in his explanation. And and then the three of them kind of like turn and realize, Manus, you realize that Tolarian standing at the edge of the table, just like tallest one in the fucking building, is just looming over, watching, just kind of looking at everyone as he usually does. He's like, I have no idea what you all are talking about. Anyways, and he turns, kind of pace away. Anyone else that wants to enter. This is just a quick split second before.
yeah.
What if we just hammer the fuck out of it?
That,
that would work?
my small friend, is an excellent idea. I want to know what happens when you hit one. Do they break?
I will try. I'll try my damnedest. Give me some. I don't want to use my sword. Give me a hammer. Give me a real good hammer. I promise I'll take care of it.
Manus just is Jug in his possum or in his person form?
I think right now, well, since he said small friend, fuck it. Jug, this is Jug in his possum form at this moment.
I think we haven't quite hit the
Give me a
point where
hammer.
he's probably in that particular thing that you and I, Colton, have talked about. So I think we're still in the flippy floppy state.
Yeah. Manus offers his
no
arm
ring.
to Jug,
No
And,
ring, but regular.
like lifts him up and says, I can offer more than that. And he walks him over to a giant mechanical arm holding a giant mechanical hammer next to a giant anvil that sits to the celestial forge for forging
Now,
giant ass
that's
pieces of
what I'm
metal.
talking about. Excellent.
Giant-ass pizzas.
What am I doing?
Chaos.
How do I do it?
And then
Give me
was it
the
Robert?
word.
Were you gonna say something?
Yeah.
Or who?
So,
Yeah,
just
go
to
for it.
Just to clarify, this is.
This is the Forge Core. We're on Avaline for a split second here.
This is Jack. right?
Jack.
This is Jack. If Jack
Yeah,
is
it
there,
would be Jack.
because keep in mind, Jack is a part of the Thought Slayers in Draco Mornis. So if this could be like he's visiting moment just for the sake of the narrative in the interest.
So Jack walks in and his clothes are a lot more different. He has a bit more of a what's the word? His clothes look like they have a lot more value to them because after all the time that's passed in his hometown, they've kind of stamped down all the bad stuff going on, so a lot of the money and profits.
Oh yeah, you working with the
Oh yeah.
the protectors of the city, you guys would have been able to crack down and really clean the city up really well.
So
As well as
now,
the Thought Slayers being able to branch out and do like exterior operations and do things in the area rather than just within the city.
so
Jug's wearing some nice robes. Just saying.
His clothes look a lot more official, and around where the neck would be, there is somewhat of like a gold collar, and on the back of it has the insignia for whatever. I don't know if we ever thought about one, but whatever the Thought Slayer would use. So as he walks in, he's sort of just like levitating an inch off of the ground, and he has three books in front of him that he's just reading them all on like the Arcana and stuff. He just makes the remark.
I'm still not used to that.
He's like, yes, truly the Enlightenment is alive and well, just buried underneath the savagery that Manus has yet to expunge himself from.
Around that time,
He speaks in
Jug,
riddles.
yeah, Jug and Manus hit a dragon crystal with the big ass hammer on the big ass
I
hammer.
think I might have meant like, I think I might have meant both of them.
I'll definitely say it is definitely probably a blue crystal. It is definitely, I would say, for consideration of what the intention is, this is a weird science experiment splicing together of like a wind crystal and another crystal, maybe a purple dragon crystal, which would be like telekinetic, to create a gravity crystal. So everything lifts in the room for a second and then sets back down. Everything kind of just free floats for a brief second like it's in space and then sets back down.
As everything sets back down, Manus just says, "Praise Phalos."
Oh man.
I almost
hit
want
it
you to do that
again?
again. That was fascinating.
Okay, boom. You fucking Jug hits it again.
Free floating and then.
That's hilarious.
And I think that's when there is a ringing of an old-timey phone coming from an open door on the other side of the room.
One of the books that Jack has in front of him closes. He's like, please tell me that nobody is trying to tear apart reality.
His face drops and he goes, shit. And
What
he
is
runs
that, actually?
for the door. Yeah, because nobody else would know what the fuck that is. It's just like a like old-timey, like the bell ringing sound of a telephone ringing. No, not even that, like the actual like physical metal bell sound. And he runs in and he picks up like, it's not the little cone and like the box on the wall. It's the next step up from that, the one that's got the little curved horn and it's like wooden handle. He picks it up and he holds it to his ear.
Old rotary phone.
Yeah, and he holds it up to his ear and he listens. You see him stand there for a second. He kind of like turns his head and looks out at everyone. He hangs it. And he steps out and straightens his nice jacket, and he I have to leave you for a time. I don't necessarily know how long. I will be back, but I'm not sure when.
I hope so. This has been the most excitement we've had since.
As a Manus's passive insight, you'd probably know that there's like something is interesting happening in his mind.
Yeah, Manus slowly just kind of makes his way over, and we all must do what we must.
He picks up his coat, pulls out the pen for a second and looks at it, sticks it in the pocket, puts the coat on. I will return. Take notes of everything, don't forget. I want to know anything that happens that you find out.
Before he
absolutely everything.
Before he leaves, Manus says, "Take this with you," and he hands him a small, say about, just for relative size, it's about the size of a blender, and he just kind of hands it to him. If this works, I should be able to somewhat triangulate your position.
minor jump scare for everyone that's like facing towards the magician. Like Tularian chimes in from behind Manus this time, so over on the other side of the room for where he was before, and just says, "Home calls." Yes.
Tularia jump scare.
And he just nods. Indeed. And he kind of like looks out and he says, "I cannot see your home. It must be far. Your heart weighs heavy on you. Those around you who are friends, those that care about you, can bear some of that weight when they are willing. And if they are friends, hopefully they are." And he just kind of nods. The magician will turn, slowly enter Tilda's, kind of look out as he pulls the metal barred gate shut, and then close the wooden door. And I think the camera, as the door swings shut, we see from the outside as the door closes and then disappears. And we close on Aveline for now once more, as everyone just kind of turns and looks at everyone, and looks at each other.
Go with Phalos.
Indeed. As we return to Urmos, I have one question. I know that the name that Lily gave the magician, did that happen? What would Alix have called him?
Honestly, that's up to you. She called him Vestrin because he wouldn't say what his name was, and Alix and Lily both would know that he did that because he didn't care about his old name. He didn't identify with it anymore. It didn't mean anything to him.
Then
the magician is his name.
I'll say that we'll just say he calls him like Vess or something like that.
Perfect. It's easier than calling him like Mag or Magician, or, it's a little unfamiliar.
Yeah.
It's not the same as Doctor, so. But that's not necessarily the intention.
Doctor.
Well, we'll say that as we come back to Urmos, Alix has crushed the pearl. He doesn't say anything, though. He just kind of
Serena does
begins
stop
to look around.
the work for a second and look at him, actually genuinely surprised that he did it. She just kind of shrugs. She says, 3, 2, 1. She kind of goes back to pushing stuff and calculating.
Is something supposed to happen when you crush the pearl exactly, or is it gonna take a minute, or what are we waiting for now?
I set the call. Just gotta wait on Vess to answer.
Vess?
Hamber would definitely be the first one, obviously, to notice a door appearing in one of the hallways or rooms. You tell me where, honestly. I'm not necessarily fixed on a particular point.
Did your rival make a noise?
It won't make a noise, but it will be visible.
Just check.
It just kind of, it's like somebody takes an opacity slider and just turns it up. It just kind of appears.
I'm gonna say that I think it would appear pretty close to where the pearl was crushed. So if you want to place it somewhere up here on the observation deck.
Yes, let me flip back over.
No, you're all good. No rush.
So yeah, it would definitely, so I guess it's not, so I'm guessing the windows are kind of in the middle of each wall, kind of, and like on the side walls there's like 2 maybe? Okay. So it'd be like to the side of the window so that there's enough room, because there always has to be enough room for a door to appear. If that stops, the door disappears and it goes back into astral plane. So it'll appear just about here. I'll put a little line on the map so we kind of have a visual of exactly where it's sitting. I'll make it a nice bright yellow.
As it appears, does it immediately open, or is there a moment?
Like I said, it's like kind of I would say it appears at about this speed, kind of fades in. And
as it appears, Alix kind of rushes towards it, but he goes and stands like right in front of it, almost. About right there.
Am I dumb?
Sheriff
is it
will
not
go
working?
up with Alexander.
I was about to say, where's your yellow line?
I'm trying to draw, but it won't let me. Or not that it won't let me, but it says I'm doing it.
Who has the cloth as well?
There we go.
That the mysterious stranger left with the party.
Seraphim.
I got the
Seraphim?
cloth.
Seraphim's got the
That
cloth. I started to take it, but he took it and did things, and I was like, nope, I'm not putting that in my bag.
I have a better idea. Ignore me.
It made me comforted.
It's going insane right now.
Would that cloth have affected the roll 1? It had a calming
no.
effect.
Well, no, honestly, with personality number 1, no, it wouldn't have done anything. That
Okay.
hand was still coming off.
Just wondering.
That ham was coming off.
I will.
It's not like a bad feeling, but it is. The presence that is with that cloth is definitely very, very strong right now. And,
Seraphim fills that and just like takes it out of his pocket. Alexander, well, I know this is probably not the best time, but this thing is going insane, and I promised I would get this to you. This cloth is, there's a, I would say, spirit attached that knows you. Maybe you can look at it and find out yourself, but somebody wants to meet you.
He turns to you, and do you say you're holding the cloth out?
Yeah, he's got it in his hands.
As he turns and sees the cloth, you see his face begin to drop, and tears even begin to kind of form in his eyes, and he just starts saying, "No."
Because Serena kind of comes over and is like, kind of hand on pistol, because she's like, all right, this is weird shit. I don't know what the fuck is going on. This is like this is magic plus. This is turbo magic compared to what she's used to. This is weird.
He lightly grabs the
Would
cloth
there have
from
been
you
a
and
call
just,
to the rest of the place?
About now that the door has kind of almost fully materialized, Hammer would have definitely put out some kind of call and begin making his way up there.
I'm just imagining Hammer coming over the intercom. Top deck? What the fuck?
Yeah, literally.
Top deck. There's a door.
Top deck?
Hopefully, it goes.
Yes, and he
fuck
said
is
that I
up?
would have started heading up there.
We don't want a door on this ship that isn't supposed to be there.
But
I've seen this movie before.
The Fae coming.
Alex is shaking his head. Tears are kind of steadily falling, and he is just no. And then he says, "Lily."
And I think that's when the door opens.
Yes.
And you know me, I come prepared.
Can I roll to make a sleight of hand and like grab the fucking cloth away from Alexander just to hide it? Because like as this is happening so quickly, just snatch it and hide it and hold it until a later time.
Well, go ahead and roll, and since Alex is so, I'm gonna say emotional right now, roll with advantage.
Sleight of hand with advantage? Oh yeah. All right, give me a second. Well, a 1 and an 18. Holy fuck. So 18 plus 8, 26.
I will say, you are able to get it, but you do feel some resistance. But as the door opens, Alex just he seems to kind of just let it go, and you're able to get it and put it away.
This is an
Put it back in my
individual.
pocket.
This is like stepping out of your house. You open the door. You kind of like eyes to the ground, turn around to lock the door, but he just sort of opens the door and kind of eyes to the ground, and then looks up and spots Alex, and then just freezes,
Alex,
and then starts to slowly turn like pale white.
Alex, he just kind of slowly, like tears in his eyes, begins to slowly walk forward. Bess. Oh my God. and he's taking like almost like a step at a time, like using the one hand he still has to kind of wipe away the tears as he's just kind of slowly moving towards them.
I think the collective has seen what PTSD looks like, and this is, I think after a second we all begin to slowly realize that that's exactly what he's experiencing. There's no one home. There's something he's been dragged inside of his head by some kind of thought or vision.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
And I think that launches him into the flashback, actually. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, for the non-viewers' sake, those that we cannot see inside of his head, for the fun of knowing and the characters not knowing, he begins to have a flashback to just after talking to Ophidia, learning where all of the scientists responsible for assisting this issue are. And the vision opens on what appears to be a science lab riddled with viscera and blood, bodies torn to pieces, people strewn apart all over the room. It is a scene that would make one vomit upon entering the room and seeing it. It's abhorrent. It's dark. And we center in on one of the bodies laying on the floor with shorter hair, with his eyes open, just staring at the ceiling, holding a stick, just laying, covered in blood all across his body, just laying there, just breathing, surrounded by horrific actions and no will to continue moving, not for a while. Not even sure how long he's been laying here. Just staring. Ceiling. No thoughts. Full of nothing. And then he flashes again to moments before that, swinging the scepter and just exploding several people, several elves and scientists, swinging it again. Another side of the room blowing out, everything being flattened and falling over. Him doing this motion with his hand with the scepter held up, and a guy just crushing into a ball. And then that last scientist just, please, stop. And he just does that with the staff, and he just onto the floor, loud bang, and he just, obviously having hit his head on the floor, and he walks over, he drops the scepter, and he stands with both feet on either side of him, and the guy is pinned and can't move, and he just leans down and grabs his throat and just stares into his eyes. He stands there for several minutes and then just lets go, and then just falls over on the floor. And then he finally blinks. And then he dives on Alix, grabs him by his collar, just dives on him. Tries to take him to the floor, which is probably unlikely considering his level of strength and how steady he is.
He just falls. He falls to the floor. Like he weighs nothing. He
just grabs his collar and he's like, "You bastard! Oh, I thought you were dead." And Serena is just like,
I... 'Guess I'm sorry. I tried to stop them. I tried.
You know what I did? If she's still alive, Ophidia knows. How many people I killed after I thought you were all dead? I thought she was the only one. And they sent her away. And then she hid. Where did you go?
I don't. He's begins to just kind of stumble over his words. I flash. I tried to stop it with my hand. My arm burned. I opened my eyes and I was underneath a tree. Somewhere else. Singed. Hurting. Somewhere else. Like you always talked about. Like you thought this could do, and he motions his good hand to the door. I went one place and I couldn't find my way back. And he looks over to Seraphim for a moment, and then he just looks back up at the magician and just says, "There's Lily." And he begins to cry again. Like, the head on the floor, just flat against the floor. Like, I'm assuming hands still gripping his chest plate, just weeping.
He gets up and just kind of like, it's kind of like that standing up and like stumbling away, and he's just like, oh, the thoughts are firing faster than I can process. Who the fuck are you people?
We're the new crew.
Don't ask me, I'm just a dog.
We're friends of Alix. Alix has helped us, we've helped him.
Well, you've got me back here. What does this world need? What's happening?
A lot. A little. Everything everywhere all at once.
So many things.
I'm not sure what you want me to tell you.
Alix just starts through his crying, he begins to kind of chuckle to himself. It's a very bitter laugh, though. No matter how much we give, Vess, no matter what we do, they just won't stop. They are not going to stop.
Come on.
We can give it all. We can give it all. And he just keeps, we can give it all, just over and over, as he sets up for a moment and then just kind of slams his fist into the floor, and it just leaves this huge dent.
Seraphim goes over to Alix and like grabs both his shoulders. I assume this is
Just
more to do
pacing
with
the room now, by the way.
I assume this is more to do with the dwarves than anything else. I'm not.
So they survived.
Yes. Unfortunately.
I imagine their campaign to turn them all of their selves into machines has been completed. They succeeded.
I haven't seen an alive dwarf.
Come on. Come on.
The king, and he turns and looks at Alix.
He's still here.
King somewhere.
It's like we found out he made himself into a fucking machine. The rest of his damn race.
Where are we now?
unstoppable
Serena will.
That's when Hammer, as Serena drops a map, Hammer also walks up and puts basically stacks them on top of each other to have like an ultra detailed map for like to fill in any holes that either might have.
What am I
It's
looking
about
at?
that
What
time
is this? I don't recognize this. Is this here?
Alix just stands up. He says, "We're here." And,
Oh, they ruined the world. They changed it entirely. Of course.
and Alix points to his old home, and then he just moves his finger over to this spot here, which the magician would know is New Haven, the shanty town where they all met. And he just holds his finger there on the map.
Well, I always joked about the finances of taking the camp under. Didn't think it would turn out that way. Well, that's not very fair, but the dwarves don't play fair, so of course. What has happened so far? What is this machine that we are in?
Hammer steps forward. This is my vessel, Harvest 2. We are.
He looks at his arms. He looks at Serena, and he looks at Alix. Lots of arms missing around here. I'm not cutting off one of my arms, just to be clear. I don't know if this is like a new ritual or something going on. He's genuinely not trying to be funny.
Seraphim raises his. I've only tried once, apparently, but I have both of mine.
Serena's just kind of like.
You don't have to cut off your arms to be aboard this vessel.
She looks at Alix, looks at Hammer, looks at Seraphim. Kind of is a little bit of a trend around here, isn't it?
Apparently, I didn't realize that until just now.
Alix chuckles to himself, and he just looks over to the magician.
I'm not going to lie. I'm going to need a day or two to process everything. I haven't been here. I haven't been back. I have been gone for 50 years. I have not been back since my actions that dealt with those that helped, that were not solely responsible, but were responsible on the elven end for the bombs dropping and assisting the dwarves.
What they did, I don't blame you.
He just kind of like looks at Alix again.
Alix hasn't said anything. He has just been staring at the magician.
It's just like he is mental enigma. He doesn't know what to think. It is very much the emotion of that you were dead, and now suddenly you aren't, and it was as fast as opening a door.
And after a second, Alix looks to you, Seraphim, and he says, "Where is it?"
What exactly? Oh. And Seraphim pulls out the cloth. Well, he holds it out. Very
Kinda
gently.
turns his head slightly. What is that?
Alix, he very gently takes it away. As soon as the cloth is out in the air, The magician knows that asking what that is a rhetorical question. He knows. He feels it in the air. He feels her. Even in the smallest way possible, he knows that feeling. He knows that presence.
His eyes kind of haze out, and he's just like, where did you get that?
Somebody brought it to us. Said they needed to speak to Alix.
Who? And he kind of like looks around at everybody in the room. He's like,
We don't know. He showed up. Apparently maybe could talk to spirits. Gave us this and left. We don't know where he is.
that is what I imagine remains of my Lily.
Then I would take this moment very seriously.
Alix doesn't say anything. He just takes the cloth from Seraphim and just kind of gently holds it out to the magician with a somewhat shaking hand.
These things being said, Serena like kneels and like puts her right hand on the floor and just like begins to mutter stuff in Skaldashari just very quietly to herself. It sounds prayer-like. You assume it's probably some of the stuff she normally says. It seems within that like short phrase repetition. He from across the room reaches out his hand and he does that, and it just kind of floats to him, and he lets it levitate there for a second. And then he grabs it and just kind of rubs his thumb down it.
The moment it makes contact with his hand, the air kind of picks up in the room. And you all feel that same presence. Sorry, my AC kicked on as soon as I said that. It scared the shit out of me.
Oh, wow.
Get chilled, idiot.
Very slowly, but eventually, a figure begins to appear. Oh, my screen isn't sharing. Give me one moment. There we go. A figure begins to slowly manifest in the room, and I will send it here to the room chat. Do you have a character thing for her, Jackson?
Like a card?
I have a photo of her that I could put in, but I don't have like a character token.
Oh, a token?
So
no, I don't. I can add it to. I can add it while we do this moment here. While you narrate,
Okay.
I can add it. It takes me 2 seconds.
But yeah. She materializes here, in between the magician and Alix.
A token of the spirit, or of just like the regular, so they can see, or what do you? What did you mean exactly?
You can do the normal. You don't have to do the spirit version.
Okay. So somebody gets an idea of.
Just so they have a better visual. Yeah, this elven woman, her spirit slowly materializes, and then she looks over to the magician and Alix, and she just smiles ever so slowly. She slightly smiles. Seems you.
His
And
knees
after a moment, she
buckle,
just says,
and he just kind of like is kneeling on the floor now.
"Seems you boys didn't need my message after all." She She just she looks over to Alix and smiles, but she walks over to the magician, and she places a hand on his cheek, ever so softly.
He just like, he doesn't even, can't form thoughts. He just sits there and looks at her.
Been gone a long time, my love.
How? What torment is this that is before me?
I am sorry that I must do this to you. So,
He like chuckles as he's like, I'm beginning to talk like Trello. How? Good. Small
Whatever it
interjection. Were
was.
there always spirits, or is this a post-bomb thing? Because if it wasn't pre-bomb,
there-
then he totally would not have even noticed this beforehand, before leaving.
no, this is definitely something that happened after the bombs.
Okay.
Before, when people died before the war, they just died. It was, they died, you had a funeral, you mourned, you kind of moved on. This is insane. Something, with the magician being as intelligent as he is, whatever that bomb did not just throw the planet out of alignment with the cosmos, it seems to have thrown whatever Ermos may have had for an afterlife completely out of whack. Spirits should not be walking around on the planet. They don't walk around on the planet.
That's unfortunate. I do not mean to interrupt because I know this is a very important moment. However, I do need to go, like, about now, which is very unfortunate.
Okay. After we finish with this little bit, I was going to wrap up for the next day, so
Sweet. Just everyone fill me in when I see you guys next time. Have a good one. I will see you all next time. Peace.
Good night.
see
Good
ya.
night. See ya.
But Lily just she takes the magician's face in both her hands, and she just says, "But I need you to be strong, both of you. This planet our home can still be saved. I just needed my two best problem solvers to get back here." And she says as she smiles at the magician and softly moves her hands away. "Thank you for coming back."
Is this... I didn't get to say goodbye last time. I'm guessing this is my chance.
She doesn't say anything, but she just kind of nods slightly. After a moment, Alix, he just kind of looks to her and then back to the magician and just kind of back and forth.
For everything that
So
happened,
sorry, Lil.
everything that we went through, it was brilliant. I have moved on from self-blame and saying things like, if only I had been faster. I can't outrun a bomb. Just wish I could have. Goodbye, my love.
Goodbye, my love. And she looks over to Alix, and she just places a hand on his shoulder. I'm not going to be around to make sure you don't kill yourself now. Please be careful. And he just nods to her as she takes a step back and then just slowly begins to fade away.
I'll stand up.
As she does, as you stand up, Alix immediately just walks over and just wraps one arm around the magician, very, very tightly.
He's
He doesn't say anything. He just
hesitant for a second. And then I think, his legs just give out. As he wraps his arms around him, he's just done. He falls to pieces. They're inconsolable, just weeping.
Alix just stands there and just kind of. Alix, it doesn't seem to be crying. He's just holding the magician.
Serenus silently grabs your arm, Seraphim, and walks over to Maxson and Stone and Raziel and whoever else I didn't say or said twice or whatever, and just kind of leads you all out of the room with a nod to the head.
Hammer also just kind of silently nods and makes his way back.
I just kind of like look behind me as I'm walking down the stairs. Introductions later. They need a moment. And he needs a couple of days.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it right now. I think we got the important shit out of the way. Now they need to figure out what they have to figure out.
The man into shock and then let him sort it out.
Poor bastards.
Without turning around, she just kind of goes, war.
I've had enough of it as well.
I can't get enough, and not because I want to. Not because I like it.
As you all are going down, where is everybody dispersing and going?
Well, I'm being dragged by Serena, so wherever she's going, I'm going.
I'm just gonna go down and eat. Or try to. Grab a snack.
Okay.
Yes, everyone's gonna go back to the cafeteria.
And just like stare at the spot. That's where it happened.
So, Maxson and Raziel, where do you go?
I'm just gonna go with Serena to just go get some meat because I haven't eaten.
Okay. Raziel, where is your destination?
Hello?
You
Ding
fall
dong.
asleep?
Raziel.
Maybe.
Oh no, he may have.
Kyle, Kyle.
Oh, there he is.
Wake up, wake up.
Sorry,
You
Yeah, you're all
alright?
good.
I'm just tired. I didn't take a nap after I got home.
Oh no, you're all
I-
good.
I
a
did,
long
but I'm
day.
still tired, so I get you.
It's also been a
Yeah,
long
I was
session.
just, yeah,
It
it has
is.
been a
Also a
long
long
session.
Yeah, long session, bunch of other factors.
Less for me to do.
I was about to say,
And that's
where are
just
you
because
going
there's nothing
right now?
for me to do. I was
No,
headed up
this
to
is
see what was going on earlier,
There,
so
but yeah,
I missed where everybody disappeared off to.
I was pulling everyone
after-
downstairs after there was an opening, or not an opening, the beginning of a very emotional time upstairs. So I was like, pull everybody out of the room.
Yeah, she
Well, I
dragged
would have been
me and
following
everybody
it.
else
though.
was
Everybody was going.
And
I think everybody went to the cafeteria except for Hammer. So if you wanted to just go get a
I would've
bite to
been,
eat
yeah.
with everybody else. Okay.
Serena has an unkillable appetite, so she just kind of goes down and has dinner.
And if
Stefan
you will
has
give me one.
food because he hasn't eaten today.
I am going to stop sharing my screen for one moment, but as you all are eating, there is a message over the intercom. And it is, from the way it sounds, it doesn't, it sounds like a language that not very many people here enjoy.
Well,
I keep eating.
It,
I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna understand it, and I'm gonna get pissed.
give me 1 sec to make sure I have everything ready before I go into it. There we go. Right, that is there. The message, as it begins, it starts out just with a simple dwarven voice, saying to anybody that understands Dwarvish, you would hear, "You have interfered long enough. We will conquer the surface world."
We will conquer the surface world.
Still just eating.
Our time in the shadows has ceased.
Our time in the shadows has ceased.
Prepare for the arrival of your conquerors.
Prepare for the arrival of your conquerors.
And then the earth shakes. And it shakes, and it shakes, and it shakes.
Ooh, here
You
we
guys
go
are
again.
all sitting on. I was about to say, you go to make a joke, Serena, but you're thrown off of the tables. All of the tables begin to kind of collapse over.
I
and you are all
stand and
thrown
begin
into the
cursing
floor.
in Skull Sorry.
I have not eaten today. I feel extremely hungry. I don't know why.
Need your food. They're going to be here one way or another, and the food is either going to get eaten or is not. I'm finishing my food.
Food is not going to be eaten,
And-
apparently.
I'm
And
just gonna
then
finish putting on my
you
armor while I
all-
eat.
You all hear what sounds like the earth itself shatters. Like, it is louder than any weapon you've ever heard coming from outside.
Oh, fucking awesome.
And to anybody that looks out the windows,
Mhm.
you would see what looks like in the very far distance fire. Fire on all corners. Fire on every side. And once everything begins to stop shaking, you hear one more message in Dwarven, but it is just code. And after a moment, Hammer comes downstairs without saying anything to any of you. 1 second, I had to do something. And just puts up a image of the map. but it is not the map that you have all been using. It is translated from Dwarvish, and you also, to anybody that is looking out, you see where where the Dwarven Kingdom used to sit, a new castle bathed in lava sits there. And where Green Cove was is now nothing more than a hole in the ground, filling with irradiated water.
Oh.
Along with a giant tower in the middle of the ocean.
Well, fuck.
And a message to stay out of the way, all those that seek to interfere with the Great Conquest.
I think we need to gather an army very, very soon.
Just kind of
That
like
is
looking
not
around at
good.
everybody.
Hammer,
That is absolutely not fucking good. I understand it all. That is not good. That is not good. That is not good.
after a moment, Hammer just looks to all of you. Have you heard any word from your contacts, your friends in Green Cove? This could just be a fear tactic. I'm trying to scare us, or...
Wait a minute. Fuck. What was... Oh, shit. Who gave us the jetpack?
Ophidia.
Ophidia.
No,
She was in Green Cove.
the snake elf lady.
Oh, fuck. Get in contact with Ophidia if you can. Try everything. Everything.
Hammer just nods and makes his way to the comms room.
That is... We're about to lose Alix if this map is real. If this map is current, we're about to lose Alix.
I will
Again.
say to... Okay.
Do we want to call it there?
I was about to say I'm calling it there unless anybody else wants to make any comments before we jump off.
I will.
That's my comment. That's my main comment.
I'll final word as everyone's maybe possibly looking at me while I just kind of continue to eat, and I just kind of like, I'm not gonna stop. I'm still hungry. I have to. You have to eat to fight this shit. She kind of like slowly puts the last like bite in her mouth. She's kind of like.
The last thing I will leave us on is Alix and the magician did not witness this because they were in Tildus pouring each other a drink. And that's where we will leave off.
You do not have long
Nice.
to fix the situation.
I think
No, we don't.
old-timey submarine alarm goes off, and a little spinning red revolving red light begins to light up and go off, and a sort of mimicry of floodlights opens on the inside of Tilda's. And that would be her locking me here for now. I hope no one wanted to leave.
Yeah, we will pick up there next week.
There, cool.